if you come at these kings, you best not miss.
Grace period, boys. We on time tonight, kinda.
Yeah, I'm about to say, hey,
Let's go.
not exactly close, but not. Yeah, shout out to Gabe.
Shout out to Gabe always, man.
No CP time.
How are y'all doing? How y'all doing on Misery Tuesday, man?
You see, I still got the black in the background. I got the all black on. The hat is starting to change a little colors, but yeah, it's still black over here, man. It's Tuesday, so we almost cleared the deck. Just one more day, and then we can turn the page and start focusing on these Chargers, man. But this one stung because the whole purpose and the mindset coming out of the first month of the season was, hey, it don't get no easier than this. This is the softest the schedule is going to be.
You got to get 3 wins.
And you got to get 3 out of 4 of these. And the one that you felt like you could drop, you dropped against Green Bay. That was the only real acceptable loss. And unfortunately, we didn't have the entire crew, but this was still a very winnable game. And to lose, it stung a little bit. I ain't going to hold you. It stung.
Yeah, man, yeah, I mean, of course, they embarrassed me in front of my people, so I didn't like that, man. I'm up there with my family, it's me and my cousins, and they in my city, and the Falcons talking crazy before the game, and you always had that feeling. Well, I mean, of course, with us being from Atlanta and seeing how much they do it, you always have that like, man, Falcons gonna fold at some point. Falcons gonna Falcon at some point, and it never came, bro. It never came, and the Commanders allowed them to get away with a big one, bro. And I mean, it was tough. Like I told y'all in the group chat, had to sit there and try to stand perfectly still, frustrated while they playing Atlanta bangers. They playing Jeezy, they playing Dro, they swag surfing all the Atlanta classics. Outcast, I'm sitting there trying not to rap the words and nod my head because we losing. But I mean, it was crazy.
It was so unfortunate because the opportunities were there, and you could see that the vibe at home versus away and how they start games are 2 totally different situations. And they got to fix that, man. Because we were road warriors last year.
Sure were.
And we can't seem to get right on the road right now. I'm not sure. Y'all can correct me on this. I'm not sure that we've led this season on the road yet.
Yeah, we have not. We have not at any point led in either. Like, what happened to taking our show on the road like the Beatles, man? We used to thrive for these type of moments, man. It felt like we're doing a lot of identity-less football this year.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I would say the worst thing about the loss is that you saw them lose 30-0 to the Panthers, so you're like, okay, there's no way they can have a get right game. Michael Penix is on the verge of being benched. They just fired Ike Hilliard. They were desperate. They fired the wide receivers coach. They moved their offensive coordinator down from the booth to the field. It was like just desperation. It was like, you got to win this game. If you lose 30-0 to the Panthers of all teams, then, this is the team that we should take advantage of all things. But, of course, we let Michael Penix get hot and go crazy. And then we had Bobby matched up on Bijan. We let Bijan open on another play. And then Marshawn Lattimore did Marshawn Lattimore things and looked cooked and looked like a corpse. Like we traded for a corpse and we lost that trade. But that was the biggest disappointment, like seeing them put up a goose egg and then put up 34 the next week. So that was the biggest disappointment for me, for sure.
Oh man, that defense, because it starts making you think, like, how are we supposed to compete with some of the better teams in the conference when we got Michael Penix looking like Steve Young? We got Drake London looking like prime Megatron. We knew what Bijan was going to do. Like, it didn't surprise anybody here, right, that Bijan got off on us. I mean, you throw a swing route to Bijan with Bobby Wagner in coverage. What do you think is going to happen? But it's letting Kyle Pitts look like Florida Kyle Pitts, and Drake London look like the best receiver in the league, which gives me a problem. And it looks like all you have to do is run pre-snap motion and We have no answer for that shit. Oh my goodness. Did motion just get discovered this year? Has motion ever been used before 2025? Because we play it and we defend it at the podium like we've never seen that shit before. Crazy.
It is a question that I think someone has to ask Joe Witt this week, because you're going to get chesty Joe Witt at the press conference on Thursday. He's going to be pissed off and ornery, and I don't care.
None of that shit.
They have to ask him. I need answers on 3rd and 2 while we playing 12 yards off. Somebody's got to ask him, what did somebody make a mistake? What was the idea? What were you trying to accomplish when Bobby Wagner is standing 12 yards away staring at Bijan Robinson run a 3-yard route on 3rd and 2? I just want to know what we supposed to be trying to get done.
Not a single player was defending the sticks. Not a single one.
Bro, I would have thought it was 3rd and 12 the way they was defending that play.
3rd and 20.
We had a picket fence at 3rd, and we had a picket fence at 12 yards, and it's 3rd and 2. Like, what are we doing? Game's on the line, and if I'm playing the Commanders, I'm gonna motion the bunch, and then I'm just gonna run it out. What are you gonna do about it? Clearly, we can't stop it. It was so frustrating watching the amount of time he had. Joe never heated him up, never made him uncomfortable, never said, let me see if he can deal with a little bit of pressure.
Right.
Everything was just rush 4. We dropping our best pass rusher in the coverage.
Yeah. And we actually rushed 5 a good amount of time. We just wasn't doing nothing. We wasn't getting.
But these were some basic rushes. Like they and then when you rush 5, who the 5 that's rushing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to hear that Jalen Holmes is rushing. You know, like this shit. What am I supposed to do?
No rush.
Like, what are we doing? Like, don't like. And drop
2 or 3 possibles playing spades on that.
Definitely playing spades.
It was
nasty.
It was. But here's the thing. I do need to say this. I feel like I need to say this because I know there's been a lot of doom and gloom. I don't know about y'all. I don't know about on y'all channels, but hey, fans been wilding out this week. They've been crashing out.
Deservedly so.
They've been crashing out. See, so I'm not there. I'm not at the crash out stage. I'm disappointed, but I acknowledge where we are. Like, it's not okay to lose a game that you feel like you should be able to win. And if Marcus Mariota, bro, Chris Moore played 40 snaps
Yikes.
in a game where we had less than 60 offensive snaps. He played 40.
We just signed his replacement. We just signed his replacement.
Actually ran the chosen one. We actually ran a swing screen designed to get the ball to Chris Moore. Hey, somebody shoot me, bro. I don't want to live in a world where we're designing plays for Chris Moore to get a touch.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why you asked me earlier in the group chat, Robbie Anderson or whatever his name is, or Chris Moore. I said, give me death. I don't want to choose between that. That is a 2-pack of ass. I don't want any part of any of that.
So I acknowledge that we don't have all of the parts that we need to be successful, but the offense with Jalen Lane and Luke McCaffrey and Chris Moore, big play Tay with a nice route and catch.
He did.
We out here with this group of guys, and we scored 27 points.
Right.
That is supposed to win you a damn game against a Falcons team that was averaging 14 points a game.
Yeah, we got Luke with back-to-back touchdown catches, and he had a heck of a return, and he had a special teams tackle. So I mean, this is the best you're gonna get out of Luke McCaffrey. Like, the receiving core is not great, but they tried. Like, we only had one drop.
They tried.
They tried. Look, that was the best that you could get. That was the best you could get out of Jalen Lane, Luke McCaffrey, and Debo's been balling. That 4th and 3 catch was a heck of a catch by Debo. Debo's been balling.
I mean, he had a 4th down catch on the first scoring possession.
Debo been the best player on the team this year,
without question. He's the first quarter. Shout out to my guy Derek B.
MVP.
He said that he was the first quarter MVP of the season.
Easy.
That's
Yeah.
For
easy.
sure.
Without
And
question.
then the run game, we didn't run it enough, but the run game was successful. I mean, the run game has been successful every game except for the Pack. I mean, you can't even say it wasn't successful against the
Because
Packers.
we didn't run
They
it.
didn't try enough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the C-Rod run was a heck of a run. Bill had some good runs.
Every time Bill touches it on the ground, the shit it's a
Every
movie,
time.
bro. Every time.
What is he, like second in the league in yards per carry right now?
Bro,
something
it
like
was
Just to let y'all know, he looks faster in person. Like my cousin said it, and I was like, "You got a good point. Like it looks even faster in person than it looks on TV. Like it's weird."
That C-Rod's run would have been a touchdown, bro. Like
Easy.
I'm done with this shit. Like I'm not saying C-Rod can't get touches, bro, but he should not have the equal amount of carries at the end of the day. He should always lead us in carries and touches by the running backs every week. Even the screen, I'm like, if Jalen Lane just blocked,
that's going.
That might be going. That might be a residential call, right?
When you know when a back is special, when every time they touch it looks like it could break for something. Even when there's nothing there, the vision is insane.
His cuts. I mean, I'm over it right now with this whole committee thing. We ran a Wildcat with J-Mac. I don't need that shit.
Yeah, that was disgusting.
I don't need J-Mac faking one way. Where's Bill?
Why is that in anyone's bag anyway? Like, who put that shit in there? You don't need to take that on the plane with you. Like, you don't need to take that with you.
Why is J-Mac even ready for that?
Leave that shit on the tarmac. Leave that shit at home.
That's crazy.
I was about to say, if somebody was a real one on that team, when they practiced that during the week, I would have said, nah, don't even perfect that.
Hey, Cliff, you sure about that?
Don't even pull that out during the game. Yeah, throw that one away, bro.
It was the Raiders run that gassed them up.
I'm about to say,
that
Raiders run got him that carry for sure. I thought about that.
That joint got J-Mac in the Wildcat. That's crazy. I understand. Bill is not a blocking running back.
Not yet.
Not every running back can be one. Why don't you put that useless tight end you drafted in the second round, put him in the backfield, put his hand in the dirt, and have him block for the quarterback? Because the best weapon in the backfield needs to be on the field for a lot of snaps. I don't care. You find a way to put him out there. I know you're not trying to get the quarterback Joe Theismann, but he has to be on the field. He has to get double-digit touches every week. He's a playmaker.
They did that. They did that with the tight end, and he got a holding penalty and negated a 40-yard gain to Jalen Lane. So can't even ask him to do that shit.
Can't even do that.
He's sorry,
but even to that, Ja'Cory is at least improved. Now, I don't exactly remember how bad it potentially was in the preseason or the first couple of games, but I remember it was this one moment in the Raiders game where Aston Genty did not pick up a blocker on a play. We ended up getting to Geno Smith. Ja'Cory, in the same situation, picked up the blocker and did a good job. You know, you don't expect him to block against like a Max Crosby or an elite edge rusher, but, you know, he gets in the way at least. He's not – my point is he's not terrible. But even if he was – I don't know if y'all know, but Ja'Cory is right now graded the highest Pro Football Focus rushing grade in the NFL. Like, and I mean, of course, just purely running the ball isn't all there is to the running back, and you know, especially at the NFL level. But bro, when you have the highest rushing grade in the NFL, which means you're making the most out of the least in the entire NFL, that's including Saquon, Derrick Henry, Bijan Robinson, who just did what he did to us. You got to get that guy on the field more. Now, maybe there's this thing about they're trying to, you know, they don't want to put too much on them and put too much tread on the tires. To wear out the tires too much before we get to the playoffs. They want them healthy and explosive for the playoffs and stuff like that. But y'all keep playing around, we're not going to be there.
Yeah. Thank you. Man, that's the thing. Like, they said the same thing about Genty. Like, we don't want to, you know, run the tread off the tires. He plays a physical brand of football, and I hear all of that, but like, you got to get your best players on the field, man. Especially when you don't have Jayden Daniels, you don't have Terry McLaurin, you don't have, you know, all of these weapons on offense, and you need a spark. He's a guy that could be instant offense. So I just don't. I understood that Debo was gonna have to carry a lot of the heavy lifting at the receiver position. I didn't agree with taking him off of kickoffs because in a game like this, he might be able to break one.
And Luke almost took one to the crib. Debo might have scored.
He might have cribbed that one. You just never know. And that's why I was like, I get when Cliff said what he said, I said, okay, that means Debo ain't gonna be returning kicks this week because they need him on offense. But in my mind, I'm thinking about it from a different perspective. Like he might be able to steal a score for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We needed him anyway. We could get him on Sunday.
Like that's where I was at. Like he might be able to steal a score for you, whereas Luke won't be able to do it. And that was a good return by Luke. You know what I mean? It's just
and Luke got in the end zone again. Look at Luke, man. Hey. Look at Luke belonging.
Lukey, baby. It's Lukey, baby.
He might have surpassed Adam Humphries now, man. I might have to give him the nod now.
Shout out to Sean HTTR, man. Your boy Luke. Your boy is back. Your boy Luke is out here cutting up, man.
He belongs.
That was a real touchdown too. Let's say that the one from the Raiders was a little kind of Mickey, a little bit. You know, it was a little bit of garbage time, and they expecting us to run. But this one was like getting open. Shouts out to the offensive line for giving Mariota even enough time to, be able to get that ball out because he was in there for a minute looking for him. Yeah, scanning the field. But that was a real grown man NFL touchdown right there.
Yeah, I heard the crowd get into that one too. Like
that was a Luke chant right there. That was a real.
Yeah, we did Luke.
Yeah,
that was on it.
That one and the kickoff return. There was some real Luke chants out there, bro.
Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah. Y'all was deep for real. Yeah, y'all was deep for real.
And that kickoff, bro, I was like, okay, so Luke just about to almost house a kick every week. He's flipping fields for us, man. And shout out to Matt Gay, 4 for 4 on the day, man.
Yeah.
Our special teams is one of the only things we got consistent this year with this squad. Finally, the kicker joined the party.
Yeah, I never want to see him have to go 4 for 4 again. That partially cost us the game.
Yep.
But it's good to know if we have to. Now, somebody said something to me that I wasn't trying to hear the shit, but it's so true. He said Matt Gay's an indoor kicker. I was like, don't tell me that shit.
He's a dome guy.
Yeah,
he's a dome guy.
He kicked his best football with the Rams and with the Colts. And I said,
good thing we're going to a dome again next week.
I was like, yeah, don't say that shit to me. But he was right. Like, that's why he was, so accurate. Hopefully he gets into a rhythm. It was good to see him, be automatic on Sunday. We needed all those points, but unfortunately, you wasted an interception where the possession started at the 25, and you wasted the Luke McCaffrey return that started the possession at the 41. You got to get touchdowns off of those.
Yeah, we got to stop dialing up passes to Jalen Lane in tight coverage. His little ass it's not going to work, guys.
I think Mario was trying to give him a chance. You can't. I mean, the ball wasn't even close.
We got to live to see another down, brother. Yeah. Like we can't. That's the one. Like I know everybody's saying Jayden and Terry didn't play, but the one thing that we could count on is that Jayden doesn't piss the ball over to the other team. And 2 weeks in a row, even though Mariota's played very well, he's turned the ball over both games, and that turnover killed us in this game because the offense had to be pretty much perfect to win this one.
Right. This was one of them games where Jayden was going to have to put up 38
and eat clock.
and keep the defense off the field. Like I find the whole conversation of Jayden don't play defense bullshit. He played defense last year.
We getting spanked in time of possession.
Oh, we are getting crushed. That's how he played defense. We were 1 of 8 on third downs, bro. That's not a Jayden Daniels stat. We don't go 1 of 8 in a ball game on third downs. I know we stunk it up against Green Bay on third downs, but that's that Thursday night behavior that I told y'all about.
Yep.
You give Jayden and Cliff a whole week to prepare, you ain't getting 1 of 8 on third downs. You're not getting spanked by damn near 10 minutes in time of possession in a game. The only thing that they were able to carry over that you would have gotten from Jayden is 4th down conversions. And I got to give Mariota some credit. Those were 2 dots on 4th down that had to be there. Yeah. That 4th down one to Debo for the touchdown, like that's ballsy right there.
That was his 100th career touchdown, I believe, too. So that was a perfect way to do it, man. That's going to be shown on, replays when he retires and stuff like that. That was a great one to get it on.
Even the 2-point conversion play, that was a good thing. We needed it, so we had to go for it. But even Mariota, that was great execution. Good play call by Cliff, too. But Yeah, Mariota was he was fine, man. Jayden, yeah, he would have had to put the cape on. Similar to really the game last year where it went to overtime, where he had to put the cape on.
Yeah.
The defense was awful last year again,
Yep.
giving up rushing yards to Bijan, and Bijan was cooking in the whole first half. And Jayden just had to put the cape on. 100, I think he had 100 rushing yards that game too, and just took us to overtime. So it would have had to be that Jayden Superman type of game.
And that opportunity was there. I felt like Mariota could have run more. Like for whatever reason.
Oh my God, yes. He was refusing to run.
He didn't want to run for some reason yesterday. I'm like, bro, the opportunity is there. They're giving you chances. Like that after I want to say it was the possession with the I want to say it was the Mikey pick. It's a 3rd down and like 6. And he's got a lane to run. And he airmails it to Zach Ertz on the out. And I'm just like, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? Take off. He ran one time, really. And that was we had a 1st and 30. Yeah. We had a 1st and 30.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And we bounced back from that shit too. I was like, whoa.
Because he had that big run on that first, it was 3rd and like 20, 3rd and like 18. Because Debo got hit and I think he fumbled and then had to recover it. And so it ended up being like 3rd and 18, and he took off and ran for like 25. He could have been doing a lot more of that in the game. I was shocked that he didn't run more, man. I was like, what are you doing, dude?
Some of the clock management, they weren't terrible on Sunday, but I didn't like right before the half. It was 2nd and 8. They ran a run with Jeremy McNichols.
Yep.
Then they let about 10 seconds run off, something like that. Then they called the timeout. Then they got sacked on 3rd down. They kicked the ball to Atlanta. Atlanta could have fooled around and gotten the field goal on the possession right before the half. But that's just that being, I don't know.
They were conservative. They were being conservative.
It kind of is soft. Like last year, we would be very aggressive. We would have been up-tempo, no huddle. We would have been throwing the ball with Jayden. We would have way more aggressive.
No identity.
Right before the half.
Yeah.
So it's like twice before the half we've had some blunders. We had a blunder in the Giants game where we had we didn't get the field goal. Then this game we had a blunder before the half. So for whatever reason, they gotta clean up some of this clock management because they were really good at it last year.
And I don't even think it was a blunder, Ed. I think they were more worried about the Falcons getting the ball.
Yep.
And not being able to get a field goal before that. First of all, you ain't got to worry about shit with Raheem Morris. He is the worst clock management coach in the league. This is the 2nd year in a row.
He let us off the hook a couple times.
Bro, he should have called a timeout after the McNichols run. He let 24 seconds run off the clock.
Whole shot clock.
Like, what are you doing, dummy? Like, Penix, they show Penix on the screen. Penix like, yo, timeout.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Like, well, you don't want us to get a chance to score a field goal?
Raheem Morris just be out there vibing, man. He just be enjoying the Atlanta culture, man.
Yeah, I'm glad he ain't our damn coach because I'll be losing my shit every week. It could be worse, but to your point, Ed, this like Rio said this, and I'm combining y'all two thoughts. Our identity last year was aggressive, gas, foot to, pedal to the metal.
We were hunters.
We absolutely were hunters, and it felt. You know what it felt like? We played with a chip on our shoulder, and we played like we had nothing to lose. And it almost feels like they're coaching as if they feel the weight of the expectations of this season.
Yep, I hate that.
Like they're coaching not to lose instead of to win. Last year, we were playing to win every week, and whatever happened, happened.
House money. It's crazy when that shit run out, man. Like they out here moving. They moving scary, man. They're moving scared. They're trying not to lose, man. Attack success. We used to attack success. We used to hunt and gather. What happened to us?
What happened to us, man? That's a great question. They got to get back to that. And then this whole home versus road thing, it's crazy. Like we used to be road warriors, like
road dogs.
We used to go into other people's house and walk into your trap, take over your trap. That was our mentality. And this year, and I was talking to I don't know if I said this while we were already on stream or if this was the backstage, I can't remember, but I think I asked y'all the question. Have we led on the road this season?
Nope.
Show have.
That is just mind-boggling to me that we haven't led at any point. And so I went back and I looked at the starts to these games. this season. In the 2 home games, do you want to guess what the score is for the Commanders and their opponents through 2 quarters at home this season in the first 2 games? Heading into halftime, combined scores of the first 2 home games. Week 1 against the Giants, week 3. You probably could throw it in your head if y'all could remember what the score was.
Probably like what, like 40 to something small, half of that, 40 to 23 or something like that.
I was gonna say 30 to like 14, 13 or something like that.
2017. Probably like 2017. I know the Giants put up 0 points in the first half, I think, like 3 points.
Home, the differential right now is 34 to 13 at home at halftime. We were up 14-3 on the Giants. We were up 20 to 10 against the Raiders. So flip that on its head. On the road, what is the differential at halftime in the 2 games?
Something nasty, probably like we probably down like 27 or like 30 to like 13.
I got 40. I might go 40 to 17. I think it's bad. It feel bad, bro.
Well, the Packers game was 17-10 in the 4th, so they didn't run up the score. I will say too, on another note, that Atlanta first quarter, they had like 100 yards in the first. They were moving the ball they moved the ball easy the whole game, but that first quarter they were moving the ball like so easy.
We didn't get a stop until the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, it was
like they scored on their first 3 possessions.
Yep. Pow, pow, pow.
Right. Like on the road, the halftime discrepancy is 31-13. You almost hit it on the head, Rio. 31-13. Like we are sleepwalking through these first halves. Like the Falcons were punking us in the first half of that game. Like they were doing whatever they wanted to do. They were running the ball. They were throwing the ball. We had no answer. And I told y'all, as good as I believe our run defense is, that outside zone is our kryptonite. Anything to the perimeter, because we so damn slow. Anything to the perimeter, you got us. Right? You got us. And they were kicking our ass. And then, you just get those plays where you just go, The Von Miller missed tackle because he can't get there because he's not fast enough on Tyler Algier. Like, that's a 5-yard loss, y'all. That turned into an 18-yard touchdown run.
Crazy.
Like,
crazy, man.
The Bijan first touchdown run, he broke, like 2-3 tackles?
Yeah, he broke like 3 tackles, did a spin move, a little do-si-do, all that types of like, what are we doing?
What are we doing? Hey, Payne forces a fumble. Can somebody die?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Hey.
Yo. Dog, that's the momentum shifter right there. I had to catch myself like, did I really expect us to recover a fumble? Like, I always see a white jersey staring at the ball and it just doesn't get recovered. Oh my God.
No, I called it like we all knew if Penix was going to throw an interception. We knew our first, because I was like, we're going to get our first turnover on Sunday. But the fumble where the punt return and the ball was just laying there, and everybody knew the ball was going to get kicked by somebody because there was just so much traffic.
And you knew we weren't going to recover that.
Right. I'm waiting for the Commanders say they have it. And they do. I might be waiting all year for that.
I don't know why you was waiting for that. So you keep waiting for that shit. They not answering the call.
I'm just waiting for one time for the announcer to say, and the Commanders say they have it. And there's a bunch of dudes pointing, and they do. Oh, I'm going to be waiting for a while, though, man, because we don't know how to recover a damn thing. We don't like nice things at all. It's just frustrating to see a game like this slip through your fingers because they not even nice for real. Not to shit on them. They got some talent over there, but they not nice like that for real. And to see how easily we gave it up in this game was so frustrating.
It makes you wonder if we are.
Well, so my thing is, and I've had people push back against this. One, I don't think the defense is as bad as it showed. Like, that was its worst performance of the season. So we'll see. I do think we're going to miss Will Harris in coverage. We don't have a cover safety now.
Jeremy Reeves is not a safety. He's a special teams player. Like we gotta call it what it is, man. That guy is lost as shit. He looks like if you threw one of us out there at safety and like we're being instructed on how to be an NFL player on the fly. I think he plays 100 miles per hour. That boy was lost the entire game on Sunday.
And he ran down
Oh, he can run. He can run. That's why he's the best gunner in the league. The best punt return gunner in the league. The boy can run.
Hey,
that boy don't know what the hell happening on downs 1 through 3.
It's it's bad when people like, yo, Cam Curl had 2 picks on Sunday. I'm like, oh shit, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. The Jaguars have 13 turnovers forced. They got 9 interceptions already on the season, bro.
What does that even mean? We had one given to us.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I hope we have 13 on the season.
Bro, we might not have 13 turnovers. We are on pace. We are on pace for 4 turnovers forced this season. Okay?
And that shit feel impossible right now. The way we just don't like nice things.
The over under.
I'm gonna say, yeah, give me the 4 turnovers. Like, look at our schedule. Where are we gonna get the last 3?
maybe Jackson Dart. The over under is 10 right now. That's what I said.
I'm taking the under like shit on that right now. Give me the under. People keep telling me they come in bunches. When?
Yeah, when here? Yeah. You mean that one that we used up our one for 2025 versus the Lions in the divisional round?
Yeah, when? Yeah, them shits ain't coming in no damn bunches. But I am steadfast in my belief that the defense will be better and that Jayden Daniels' presence changes everything.
I agree with that part. I do agree with that part. He changes everything, and it feels like the world in this fan base, when the world needed him most, he delivered. We need to see Jayden look like Jayden this weekend as the homecoming king back in California.
He has to remind everyone of who he is and what he is capable of. And I don't necessarily need to see him do that as a runner. But if it calls for him to do that every now and again, I don't mind him putting the cape on. But I just want to see him destroy from the pocket. And then if his legs are necessary, then utilize those. This is a tough defense he's going up against in the Chargers. Like, they play a lot of zone, which is supposed to be they're very good at it. Not just good, very good at it. One of the best in the league at playing zone coverage. And our job this week is to make things as easy as possible for Jayden. And I believe you have to run the football. And I look at Cliff sometimes and I get frustrated because like that possession where we threw the pick, where Mariota threw the pick, we were killing them on the ground. Killing them. Like we had run it like 3 straight times. They had no answers. And then he got greedy. He went play action fake. And Mariota took the shot that wasn't there. And then I also got to say, Xavier Watts made a hell of a play because he was all the way on the other side and got all the way back. I dare one of our safeties to do that.
I dare him. Range? Whoa!
I dare one of our safeties to try that. That's really nice. Like I watch everybody else's young safety go out and make plays. And meanwhile, we still waiting on Quan Martin to turn into something that he's not.
Yep.
If Quan doesn't have the ball thrown directly to him, it's not a pick.
Yeah. Have we even had players jump a route this year? Because it don't feel like they really jumped the right. Mike ain't even jumped for that.
Trey Amos.
Trey Amos. Yeah, Trey.
Raiders was the only one that
has a safety jumped the route this year.
I haven't seen a safety jump a route here in about 6-7 years.
Yeah,
I can't tell you.
I promise you that's the truth.
I can't tell you the last time I've seen a safety jump a route here.
If CJ Gardner-Johnson wasn't a head case, then
he'd still be on a roster right now. He'd still be an Eagle probably, if not a Texan. We can't mess around with him.
I mean,
We can't mess around with him. They made their decision, right?
We got Reeves playing on downs 1 through 3 on NFL Sundays, man. I don't know how many more of those I could take, man.
Rio saying, "How much you want to win, man?"
How bad you want it? How
bad you want it for real?
Y'all we got enough.
We
got enough culture on the roster at this point. I don't want culture to be our damn identity, because as far as football identity, I don't know what that is through 4 games. And we're a quarter through the season, and that's not fun.
Yeah, I wish I could disagree with you, but I don't know this team right now. Like, one of the things I was so happy about last year was we had an identity. We were going to be aggressive no matter what, right? 4th down, roll to the, like, we were like a version, a great value version of Detroit, so to speak. We were going to be aggressive. Balls to the wall, unapologetic.
Nuts hanging.
And we just going wherever the chips fall, it is what it is, bro. Sometimes we're going to win, sometimes we're going to lose, but we're going to always go down swinging aggressively. And this year, it feels like we just haven't been that team. And some of it is circumstance. You can't go for it when it's 4th and 9. You know what I mean? You can't go for it when it's 4th and 7. And we've put ourselves in those positions with penalties, with, mistakes. And so some of it is our own doing. But ultimately,
at the same time, the end of the first halves, it feels like every week, even in weeks we've won, we have not treated the first half like we should have. We have been so passive in first half. It's insane, bro. Having a minute 30 left and then going into the first half with all 3 of your timeouts. Then we get 5 minutes into the third quarter, you call a timeout.
Right.
Like, it doesn't make any sense.
We let like 40 seconds go off the clock for no reason. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. I told you what their thought process was. Their thought process was, we don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to get a field goal. That's what their thought process was. And that wasn't how we operated last year. We didn't give a shit about what you were trying to do. It's what we about to do. And that's just not where we at right now. Unfortunately, we're letting the other team dictate to us what's happening instead of it being the other way around. And that's the part that's a little bit frustrating for me, is we're not dictating to other teams what we are about. We're letting other teams dictate to us how things are going to go. We're playing on other teams' terms, and we're not forcing them to play on ours. And that wasn't the case last year. We went in, we forced teams to go into games feeling like we got to outscore them. Now it's like, we don't, like Rio said, we don't have an identity right now. Feels like we're in the middle of an identity crisis.
Well, the one thing I will say about the offense is that we're 2nd in rushing yards per game.
Mm-hmm.
We run the ball really, 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 really well. That's something we need to lean into. I know we'll talk about the Chargers game a little bit later or whenever, but they, like, you look at the Giants, they ran the ball with 30 to 40 times. Like, they had like 30 rush attempts or a lot of rushing attempts. And, we may not have to do that many rushing attempts, but that's our bread and butter. I think that's the one thing we can lay our hat on, whether it's Bill, C-Rod, McNichols, or whoever. Like, we have a strong run game. When we really commit to it and go to it, we have a legitimate run game.
Yeah, wait till we feed this guy. Wait till we feed him like he deserves. Because when Bill get that 16, 17 carry game, that box score is going to be a show. Because he's going to break a couple jumps. Every time he touches it, even when it looks like he should be stopped in the backfield, it looks good. It looks like it's going somewhere.
Also, it just seems like our offensive line, not even just Ja'Cory and the other running backs as well, but especially Ja'Cory, the offensive line just seems more comfortable run blocking than pass blocking, which most offensive lines are, you know what I'm saying? But it seems to be a bigger gap between our run blocking and our pass blocking than even like a normal NFL team. But going back to Ja'Cory, right now he's 1st in yards per attempt out of all running backs with 5.9. He's 1st in first down rate at 38%. He's 1st in success rate in 72%. It's absolutely insane, bro. He needs the ball more. Period, bro. I don't care about all the pass protection stuff. I mean, it matters, but get him the ball way more often. I don't even like it like in plays and formations where he's not on the field. It feels like the defense are like, well, now we don't got to worry about speed and explosion from the running back group, so we can focus on, stopping the pass or whatever, and then just rally to whatever run they may do. So him not even being on the field, even if you don't give him carries, if he's just on the field, it changes the way a defense, strategizes and prepares for you any given down.
Yeah, and Brandon, I will say that too. Those are great stats about Bill. But Brandon Coleman, they're doing this without Brandon Coleman. Brandon Coleman really is benched. Like, I thought he was at least going to suit up on Sunday. But, I mean, Chris Paul is doing his thing, man. He was out there playing well. I mean, the guys, the change name, Andrew Wiley's been fine. The offensive line was solid for the most part. Yes, they gave up a couple sacks, which is going to happen. But the O-line's been fine, man. But Brandon, I'm intrigued to see how it plays out for Brandon Coleman, because if he really is going to be a healthy scratch the rest of the way is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be for the duration of the season, but
they say you're a 2K streamer now.
Yeah, that's what we heard. Yeah. Game, he got a lot of time on his hands, right?
Word around town, man. And I think that was before he got benched, when he made sure 2K knew, like, okay, I'm an NFL player. So I don't know. Maybe he may want to take it back. I don't know. But
boy got his 2K badge and got his Madden badges stripped away. We sold for 2K.
Hey, go ahead.
They got a bunch of VC. They still got the VC in there.
Oh man,
a whole bunch of VC.
Man, I don't know about him. Look, Chris Paul's playing fine right now. Yeah, I feel like in my mind you can do better than Chris Paul, but as long like I like you said, Ed, I think the offensive line did just fine on Sunday.
And then Cosme's on his way back too. He may not play this week, but he's definitely gonna be back within the next 3 weeks. I believe.
Please come back soon, please.
Yeah. No, I think he's going to be back here in the next. I've always circled after week 1 was no longer a reality. I've always circled week 7 against Dallas as the week I thought he'd be back. So I think we're kind of on track for that. If they open the window this week, he'd have 21 days. 21 days will put you right of the week of the Dallas game. So we'll see when they decide to open that window for him. But I think the bigger question that I have for you all now, first of all, let me ask this question before we move on to from the Falcons game. For you guys, who's to blame for the 2-2 start? Who would you say is the biggest culprit right now for the 2-2 start? And in particular, if you wanted to specify the Falcons game as well, who would you point the finger at, or what?
I would say tackling off rip. Has to be at worst top 3. Like, the tackling has been really bad, and it seems like it's just been getting slightly worse each game. Like, it was even kind of bad against the Raiders a little bit, even as good as our defense played overall. It seems like we're just not going anywhere with the tackling right now. And it's not even just like the small guys, the DBs and things like that missing tackles. It's also like even behind the line of scrimmage, we're there, and either the quarterback gets loose or they have the running back wrapped up and he gets loose against the 300-pounders. So I feel like the tackling is one of the biggest, at least top 3.
Coaching. I'm going to go coaching, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Joe Witt, his seat got to start warming. He got to have the seat warmers on at this point, because I've been trying to calm fans down who have been trying to fire this man since like mid-season last year in his first season here in DC. But we're not good at zone. We're not good at man. We don't manufacture, like, I don't care what these pressure rates tell me. I don't care what all these pie graph analytics tell me. I know what my eyes see. Like, we're not good at man or zone. We're not consistently getting to quarterbacks versus good offenses, because Jordan Love and Michael Penix were comfortable the entire game versus us. I've seen Bobby Wagner put in not ideal situations far too often. Like, what is Bobby Wagner finna do in open space with Bijan Robinson? Like,
don't talk to me about taking a better angle. He was getting cooked regardless.
Eye discipline. I don't want to hear none of that. Some of that eye discipline stuff. I want someone to ask at the podium tomorrow or Thursday when the coordinators speak, Do you guys practice against motion? Because y'all get on Sunday like motion was discovered the day of the game. It is crazy. Like, all you got to do is put Marshawn or Mikey in motion, and you're going to get whatever you want offensively at this point. And we definitely got to have a Marshawn Lattimore conversation because you can't win with that guy on the field right now. Like, he's not good at football. He's not good at football anymore, and he looks like not a starter in this league. And it's going to take folks seeing St. Juice play a better game than him on Sunday when we play the Chargers for them to be like, all right, get him off my team. Is he a midseason release? And that's what the conversations are going to start.
No way. I think everyone's being – so let's have the conversation right now. We'll get to everybody's response. Let's just have it because we said that last week, and I don't think we ever had the Marshawn Lattimore conversation. So let's just have it now since you brought it up. Like, I don't think and I agree with you. Coaches is mine as well. So Rico said tackling. Rio said coaching. I believe coaching is to blame. The biggest factor. I'm moving health aside, right? I'm moving that off to the side because you could easily use the low-hanging fruit answer of health. I don't think that's the spirit of the question that I asked. But as far as Marshawn Lattimore is concerned, he's not being utilized correctly. What was Marshawn Lattimore in New Orleans? His entire career, when he was making Pro Bowls, when he was all pro, what was he?
Man corner,
press
cover,
man corner,
cover,
press
corner.
Yeah.
All right, press, cover, corner, not off, not zone. It's the same thing when we went out and traded for Josh Norman, who is a strictly pure zone corner, and asked him to play man coverage against guys like A.J. Brown and Odell Beckham. And when he's getting cooked, you want to know why? Because that's not what he did. We brought William Jackson III in here and said, hey, can you play zone? William Jackson III was a pure man press corner. And we asked him to come in here and play some funky ass zone. Don't ask Marshawn Lattimore to be something he's not. He's a pure, and whether he can still do that at a high level, I don't know or not.
No.
But here's what I do know. He ain't going to play no off for you. He ain't going to play no zone for you. So, like I said, I know he gets a bad rap, and he deserves it right now. He's not playing well, but I don't think he's being put in the best positions to succeed either. And I put that on the coaching staff. I put that on Joe Witt.
Yep.
Yeah, every time he's out there is a penalty. Every time he's targeted is a penalty. He has more penalties than impactful plays so far.
He stinks.
Yeah, and I said this last. I'm just happy the hamstring excuse is gone. That nobody can use that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And last week I was saying this too. Like, so it's a weird thing with Marshawn. He'll have a good game, a bad game, a good game, a bad game. Last year in the playoffs, got cooked by Mike Evans. Had a good game against the Lions, where they don't test him. And then the Eagles game, he got cooked by A.J. Brown. And then last week he had a good game against the Raiders, where he wasn't really tested. He gets tested against Drake London. He gets cooked. And Drake London he's not a speed demon or anything like that. He did a double move, cooked Marshawn, went down the field and won 50-yard bomb. Drake London had 100 yards receiving on the day. Then the 3rd and 7. Marshawn gives that up to Drake London. So they're targeting him right now. Teams already know. They're not going after Trey Amos much. They're going after Marshawn Lattimore
because they
know he's the weakest link on the team right now. He's the weakest link. And you know, he's always going to get a penalty. He's always looking to fight. He didn't get in a fight this game, but he's getting targeted. And he's just not the same guy that we traded for. He is the corpse of Marshawn Lattimore. He is looking real Ben St. Juste, William Jackson, Josh Norman, year 4 here. He's struggling right now, and they may have to make adjustments. And you know, we'll give him a couple more chances. You know, but this matchup gets tougher. You could argue it's even tougher than this week with Ladd McConkey and Quentin Johnson, who's actually having a really, really good year this year. Mm-hmm. Keenan Allen can ball too. So, and this is against a better quarterback. This was supposed to be our get right game against a guy who literally just put up 0 against the Panthers. And Michael Penix not even a mobile quarterback. That's the thing too, where they really should have got after him because Michael Penix is never really looking to run, and he ran for a first down on a 3rd and 6. But Marshawn's been a huge disappointment to give up a 3rd round pick and whatever else we gave up for him. He's just not that same guy. So, yes, he's not being put in the best situations. And the Packers loss, you know, he kind of was like mouthing off with maybe against Joe Witt Jr. a little bit, talking about, you know, them running man beaters and things like that. So I don't know if they're having a rift already, but there may be some changes where I see people calling for him to be benched, where you move Mikey back outside. Trey Amos is on the other side, and then Noah I is on the inside. And it's almost getting to a point where that may have to be the alternative if Marshawn is getting targeted every week.
I don't want to touch Mikey. We can't keep doing this shit to him. If we drafted him to be a nickel, play him at nickel. We know Mikey ain't no outside boundary corner. Like, we got to stop with that shit.
He better lock back in because he ain't been a good nickel this year.
And they not using him again. We have this conversation. He's not being utilized properly. He's supposed to be used like Kenny Moore, like Mike Hilton. They using him like he's Chris Harris Jr. or some shit. Like he's a lockdown nickel. He's supposed to be attacking the line of scrimmage, blitzing, being down there, just like that pick was underneath coverage, zone that eyes on the quarterback. That's Mikey at his best.
It is.
Like they're not using him correctly. They got him in coverage against goddamn Drake London.
That's crazy.
That's 6'4", bro. Like
that's
that was
crazy.
Great coverage, by the way. But that's a 6'4" target.
5'9" ain't about to do.
Come on, man.
And even
like,
to that point,
started,
like
bro.
we've seen Mike Sanders still play outside at times. He's been primarily an inside corner, but he hasn't solely been an inside corner this year. So even to that point, we've seen him play outside some snaps this year, and that hasn't been good either.
He just leave him at nickel. Like that's what you drafted him for next year. Like if you want to run what Joe Witt really wants to run, you need another corner. Like who we kidding? You need another corner. And the general ain't the answer. And we haven't seen Jonathan Jones stay healthy for 2 seconds here. You don't have any options, by the way. Like everybody wants to get rid of this man, bench him, okay, who you putting in the game? Who you putting in the game?
Antonio Hamilton.
Good luck with that. Okay.
Senior.
Carlin Vickers. Where Carlin Vickers at? That's what y'all want? Because if that's what y'all want to do, go ahead, do it. Yeah, like we got there's no 5th round corner. This is why everybody that keeps screaming trade for this guy. That's why we don't have no 5th round corner that we could throw in there that's a rookie.
On Buddy.
Because we don't got none of these picks. We don't got none of those late round picks where you like, man, try the 5th rounder out, man. See what he got. This shit, he got to be better than this shit. Won't even have one of those we could throw in the game right now.
They got to mix it up or something, or Dan Quinn's going to have to take play calling duties from Joe Witt because the defense is getting progressively worse. And this is,
I think fans are overreacting on the defense right now. That was a bad game.
I mean, I think the Raiders and the Giants, and the Packers for sure, we've got let off the hook a bunch this year. These scores could look very different.
No, you're not wrong, especially the Packers game. If Jordan Love connects on some of those deep balls, we're talking about a vastly different ball game.
Yeah, we're talking about like 41 to 18.
Yeah. No, it's a lot worse if Jordan Love hits those deep balls. But
they came in as the first 3rd down defense.
Exactly.
So I give them credit for that. So they did a fine job with that coming in, and then they struggled on 3rd downs. So I mean they've had some, like the Russell Wilson, that was a legit dropping. Yes, I know Russell Wilson's not a good quarterback anymore, but he hung up 37 on the Cowboys, which is probably the worst defense in the NFL too. I think the Cowboys defense is worse than ours. Our defense is bad, but I think the Cowboys is actually worse than ours. And then we did shut down Geno Smith, who is a solid NFL quarterback. He's not trash. They've had good games. I think the most disappointing thing once again is that when Michael Penix put up 0 against the Panthers. And then also an alarming thing too is when Dan Quinn said that they need to run some stunts or they're not running enough stunts.
I agree.
I feel like when a coach makes suggestions in a presser, that's kind of a sign of, I guess disappointment, or just when they're saying pointers and things like that. It's not a good sign for Joe Witt. Now, will they move him?
He did the same thing for Cliff.
Right.
Like,
will they move him from the booth down to the field like the Falcons did in desperation mode? I think that they would do that first, way before they're not even considering firing because that's just not how Dan Quinn is. He doesn't move like that.
Nor should he.
Right. Yeah. I don't think they should fire him either because he's had 2 good games. I thought he did a good job other than the Trey Tucker going crazy and the Jacoby Myers big play. I thought they did a good job.
And that, you got to also take that into consideration. By the time them boys started really getting their shit off, I mean, Antonio Hamilton was out there. Like the whole secondary was out of the game at that point. It was bad at the end of that Raiders game. So, like, I don't even hold that against him. Like, this is the thing that I struggle with people who are killing the defense. And I get it. The defense hasn't been great all season, but it's been good. It's better than the defense was last year. What y'all not taking into consideration is our offense hasn't been good this year. Everybody wants to keep pointing fingers at the defense. The offense hasn't been good this year. Like, let's keep it a beam. We are getting killed in time of possession. We keep putting this defense out on the field. We were number one on third downs this season. We're not getting any turnovers. We're getting off the field, and yet this offense keeps putting the defense back on the field. This is like, I get that the defense wasn't good on Sunday, and it wasn't. But the defense wasn't good last year. It was way worse last year, and the offense kept them off the field and hid them in a lot of instances. They're not even giving the defense a chance to hide this year at all. The defense is being put on the field, and nobody ever said that this defense was going to be a top 10 unit. I don't think anybody confused the talent that we're putting on the field as a top 10 group. Yet we are top 7 in third down defense right now. We were
number 1 before
that
game.
We were 1 going into the game. Right? We are a top 5 team in completion percentage given up this season defensively. Like, we're one of the best teams defending the pass from a completion percentage standpoint. The biggest problem we have is we're dead last in yards per completion. So when they do catch it, it's going for a lot of yards. That's our biggest problem. That and the fact that we don't get any turnovers. Do you know that the Eagles right now statistically are one of the worst defenses in football? You do realize that, right?
Yep.
Like, they're not good on defense right now. But you know why? Why their sky isn't falling and ours is?
They're opportunistic and they take advantage of those.
Forcing turnovers. Yeah. They're blocking kicks on.
Blocked 3 kicks this year. Took 2 to the crib.
Like, you have to supplement your defense. They're getting cooked on defense. You didn't watch that Tampa Bay game? Y'all ain't watched that game. I know y'all ain't watched that game. They were getting cooked on defense, but they forced turnovers. That shit equalizes things. I keep talking about it. So, yes, this defense, not good. And certainly, I think when we see really good offenses, they're going to struggle. But I agree with Dan Quinn. We don't have an elite pass rusher. So you can't just say, hey, Von Miller, go beat their backup right tackle. Von ain't like that no more.
And they also decided not to really address that position. That it also goes back to our general manager and company as well.
That's right. Absolutely, it does.
Y'all telling us this defense can't thrive without one of those. Y'all made no attempt to go get one of those this offseason. We added age to the room and Dietrich Wise, and he gone.
Yep. I said the same thing on my show earlier today. Like, Adam Peters, matter of fact, I said it on Bleacher Report. I said Adam Peters decided, he made a conscious decision this offseason that we were going to bypass edge rusher. And this is the thing that really pissed me off. When we found out who the targets were in free agency, he was trying to get an old ass curmudgeon at edge rusher regardless. He was going after Joey Bosa and DeMarcus Lawrence. DeMarcus Lawrence is 32 and he's already hurt for the Seahawks. Like, what are you were looking to get older. Like, what are you doing? You were never, like, Harold Landry was available. He's killing this shit for the Patriots right now.
He
like,
looks good.
You could have went and got somebody like that, or you could have went aggressive in a draft that had a bunch of edge rushers and went and got you one. And look, I'm not complaining about anything that we got in the draft this year. Everything looks like it's in working order. It's contributed in some way, shape, or form. Love my first rounder, love my second rounder, love my fourth rounder. I think love might be a little strong for my first rounder right now, but I like him a lot. And I think he's going to be really good. And I love my second rounder. I love my fourth rounder and what he's contributed, right? You weren't getting anything elite after the 4th round. So I get it. This is the price you pay for being aggressive, trading for Marshawn Lattimore, trading for Laramie Tunsil, trading for Deebo Samuel. This is the price you pay, right? Because you tried to kind of split the difference. You were like, hey, 5 took us all the way to the champ game. We got to go get some stuff. We don't want to give away the future, but we do need to make ourselves competitive now. Well, part of that is you don't get some of the parts you need. And that's one of the things that makes me a little bit upset at the fan base is, like, I know we got Super Bowl aspirations. I still do. I haven't jumped ship. But Super Bowl aspirations doesn't mean I expect to win the Super Bowl. It just means I know we're in contention for it. And the only reason I feel that way, it's not because of our roster. I didn't feel that way about our roster last year.
It's because of the quarterback.
It's because of 5, man. It's because of 5.
Yeah.
So if we get 5 back in the mix, I feel like all I've ever said is just get me to the playoffs and give my demon a chance.
Yep.
That's it.
And we need to see our demon back in his full graces, man. We need to see. I know that boy dying to get on the field. It's homecoming week. He back in California, man. Let's get back to us. Let's get our identity established again. Why not now?
Hell yeah. No time like
right
the present.
now. Our identity is great returns.
Oh my God, we are phenomenal special teams.
Special teams is our calling card right now. We don't really have much else but that. Ed, before we move on, what is the biggest culprit for you right now? Everybody else is giving theirs.
I think we touched on it. I was gonna go with age a little bit, but I don't even know if I'm gonna just pinpoint age and say it's because we got Vaughn missing tackles and Bobby matched up against Bijan 1-on-1, and Bijan gets a catch around for 60 yards. So that kind of goes to coaching right there, just putting guys in the right position and allowing Bijan to be wide open. Also on the 2nd and 17 where he gets like a 20-yard catch. That was another play where Bijan was wide open receiving. Bijan had 100 yards receiving. So yeah, I would talk about coaching and just getting that coaching identity back. The not being aggressive before halftime. Man zone is not working, not running stunts, not getting pressure on the quarterback on a non-mobile quarterback in Michael Penix, just getting the pressure on him after his, he was on the verge of possibly being benched. He got benched last week and you let him bounce back and get life. Tucker Kraft is wide open all day against the Packers and gets 124 yards receiving, which is just Hall of Fame game numbers for a tight end. So yeah, I mean, I would pinpoint it to coaching right now. We got to get back to our identity and being aggressive right now. So once we get back to that, we'll be on track. But once again, yeah, it has been kind of doom and gloom after these losses. We're 2-2 for whatever reason. We're good one week, bad one week, and we're just we really are. We really have been a home team kind of team. So we gotta get back to being on the road. But I would say coaching right now, and some of the age is getting up there. I think we do need to make some personnel moves where I know Jordan McGee hasn't been reliable, but I do think they need to, because Bobby plays like 99% of the snaps. I do
play 100% every week.
100%.
They don't take him off.
Might die without him.
Yeah. I think they can give Jordan McGee an opportunity. I get it. He was out for the most of the training camp. Him, maybe even Ali Cahoe, just put some.
Ali tried to kill himself on Sunday.
He did, yeah, he did on that special team.
Dan raised his hand like, yeah. Then he realized Ali won't do it so good. That leg was twitching and shit. He tried to get. I was like, hey, somebody grab him.
Right, but yeah, they got to give some young guys that can move with some foot speed a chance out there.
Let's get a word from one of our sponsors real quick, and we'll come back on the other side, and then we'll start to talk about this upcoming game. It's a big one, y'all. I think we're at a fork in the road in the season. Like, this is a big one at 2-2.
It's about to get real. We don't see another 1:00 kick till December, so buckle up.
Sleeper is the best way to experience and connect over sports together. It's a one-stop shop for all of your sports needs. You can celebrate and chat in the games in real time with other users, get the fastest scores, blazing fast news and alerts right at your fingertips. Play in fantasy leagues and win real money on picks contests. So enjoy sports the way they were meant to, together. Download the #1 sports app today. So if you haven't already done so, do us a huge favor. Click the link in the description of this video and every video that we do, and download the Sleeper app. If you've already got the app, you're ahead of the game. Now all you need to do is use our promo code KINGS25 to get you 100% match on a deposit up to $100. That means a dollar for dollar match. You put in 100, they're going to give you an additional 100 to use on the app. Let me ask y'all fellas, how have y'all been doing? Have y'all been hitting anything, man? I'm cold as ice on that hole. But I'm telling you, I've been one pick off 4 straight. Well, 4 out of the last 5.
Nah, y'all don't even want to see the. Oh my God, my sleeper ticket. I was 3 Dak rushing yards away from 2,200 yards. I mean, up for $2,200.
No, you were a Micah Parsons sack. He was gonna score that touchdown, bro.
Yes. That Micah Parsons. I was counting it. I was counting it.
How you ain't put it in the chat? We could have hyped you up, bro, like I did Rico that night when Rico got that 800, bro.
You know when you got one of those things that you don't want to speak on it because you don't want to jinx it, bro.
Yeah, gatekeep.
Bro, I realized
he was keeping the hell out of it, Ed.
I hit 8 mores, and I realized that about halftime. Oh shit, this might hit, bro. This is a shootout. Like everything was hitting off the early.
Did you hit him with the flex?
No, of course not. You don't get the $2,200.
I don't either. I don't either.
I don't either. What Dak hit him with, Ed? What Dak hit him with?
You hit him with the flex?
No. He hit him with the Pascal Siakam.
Siakam 6 boards. There we go. Siakam 6 boards.
When I tell you I had more for everything and everything was hitting, bro.
Oh my God.
It was down to 2 things. It was Dontavian Wicks needed a catch and Dak was rushing yards. All I needed Dak was to run for 3 more yards. He needed to go over 4.5 and he had 2 and that Micah play.
Oh my God. I would have lost it. I had a similar situation, but it wasn't for 2,200, bro. Oh my God, 2,200!
I was ODing, bro. I was getting more. Like I put Jacobs for more than a 1.5 touchdowns. I put George Pickens for over 100 yards. I had Dak for over 300. Love for over 300. I was going crazy.
Wow.
I was going into the multipliers, editing them, and saying more. We want more. And we hit 7 of 8, man.
Well, to the viewers, guys, make sure y'all hit them with that flex.
Don't hit them with the flex.
So don't do it. Don't hit them with the flex.
We about to spank them in October, bro. It's my birthday month. We about to go crazy on it. Whatever we about to do tonight, we about to smack them with something, bro.
Lord,
honestly, in any Cowboys game, take them more on that because like I said, their defense is bad.
In the dome, especially because they different at home. And September Dak is one of the greatest ever.
Yo. So that was the one where I didn't have just one. And I was DeAndre Hopkins catch away from 600 in the Ravens Lions game. So y'all remember the Cardinals and Seahawks Thursday night game?
Yeah.
Remember K9 threw the football at the Cardinals defender and got a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah.
They took him out the game and they gave Charbonnet his touchdown.
Man.
Bro, if he scores that touchdown, I win $900.
That's that fantasy.
Bro, I hit everything. I had a sack for Josh Sweat. I had the field goal kicker. I had one of the receivers that you didn't think he was going to do well that night. I forgot his name, but I had him over total on him, bro. I hit everything. Dortch, that was it. It was Greg Dortch. Had him on the over. Like I hit everything. I had a touchdown. The only thing that I didn't hit was the damn K9 touchdown. And they got down there twice and they did not give it to him, bro.
Goddamn Charbonnet in the game.
Hey, you want to talk about somebody hot? Oh my God. I've been this close. What was the game last night? The Broncos game. Same thing happened to me.
2 of them, they both sucked.
The same thing happened to me that happened to you. I didn't come 3 yards. I didn't come within 3 yards, but it was I had Bo Nix for his rush yards. I had everything else. And if Bo Nix hits on the rush yards, I would have won 900. And I didn't get the rush yards with Bo Nix.
You know what I'm saying? A ticket ain't right unless you miss it by 1, man.
But hey, y'all know what to do. Use the promo code Kings25. Man, I've said this so many times, and as you can hear us talking about how much fun it is. This has enhanced my football watching experience. And I can only imagine when basketball season starts, I'm gonna be on some real fiend shit.
Oh yeah,
Rebounds,
there's so much ball. There's so
right,
much ball.
right,
You
you
know?
know what I'm saying?
So
Assists.
much,
I'm gonna be
man.
doing
Never
all kinds
putting Pascal Siakam on a
of,
ticket.
on any
ever.
ticket.
Band. He's on the band.
Ever. You gotta have like a certain band list. You
Yeah.
gotta have a certain few guys. That
Dak
you just
Prescott,
no matter what.
No, passing. You are not on my band list. I will never put. I know that you're cooked. So when they put your rushing total at 4.5, that should have told me everything I needed to know. I know them surgeries cooked your ligaments, my boy. But no, Micah just threw away my whole ticket, man.
Yeah. For me, I did hit on one. It was only 3 picks. I did the Carson Wentz deal where it was over half of passing yards, and then Michael Penix interception, and then I knew Drake London was going to be matched up against Marshawn Lattimore, so I did the more on Drake London's receiving yards. So I did a real simple play. Just
savage boy.
What you want to hold? What you want to hold? $14?
About 60. You know, some
Okay.
put in the gas tank.
Hey,
Put in the
Aaron
gas
said you
tank,
can't
man.
go broke making a profit.
There you go.
Right.
That's what
You're
I'm
right.
saying.
You're
Hit him with the flex. Round one.
You're a better man than me, Ed.
Get over the flex.
But yeah,
Get over the
I'm sorry,
flex. Get that gas
I
money
can't
in, man.
flex. Can't do it.
Aaron
man.
said, hey, that's a combo. That's some coffee, and
Yes,
that's
sir.
a
There you
tank
go.
of gas, bro. Like Aaron's over here putting together a little something, a little 3-piece, man. I love it, man. Look at Ed,
just to
man.
let y'all know, I was I think it was the Steelers kicker. One more kick away, and just let you know he missed one. So he had the attempt there. I was 1 kick away from winning pretty big
right here.
too.
Same
bro.
thing. That was the Steelers
Sick.
and the Vikings. He got blocked. I could have punched him in the damn face. And then, you know, I Mike Tomlin and his family, that's 757. So I wanted to cut him a break. He let Aaron Rodgers' dumbass convince him to not kick that field goal at the end.
Oh, yeah.
I was wanting to punch him in his goddamn face. I said, kick the field goal. Kick the field goal. That was $500. Kick the field goal.
Man, I felt bad. I was like, man, never again, bro. I'm with Rio now, bro. Kickers aren't people, bro. I joined the Rio Kickers Aren't People group.
Oh, I almost hit something in the Ireland game too. Pat Fryermuth yards, and you know they pulled him and was throwing it to Darnell Washington.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, 10 yards. All I needed was 10 yards.
No. And the beauty of this app is you don't need a lot of money to win a lot of money, bro. We talking about $10, $15 wagers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like we out here putting Rio, how much you put up? Well, first, let me speak for myself. Rio be putting up like $20, $30.
No. These joints is like 5 and 10. Like these joints, like my 2200 joint, that was $6. It was $6.
Wow.
I don't put more than a little. Like at first, you know what I'm saying, I put up 20 and stuff because I was excited with the app. But no, I'm only putting up $5 or $6 at a time. Yeah.
See. Everything for me is $10, $10, $15 max. I don't do anything more than $15, and I'm gonna clean up. I'm telling y'all right now, I'm going to win well over $2,000 in October. I promise y'all. I was so close in September, and I'm just learning how this shit works, like what to do. Like I was scared to take the under. Cause like Rio, he spooked the shit out of me, right? Rio was like, remember when we put our first ticket together? He was like, yo, I don't like taking the under because all it takes is one play. And we took Romeo Dubs. Ed gave us the whole rundown on Romeo Dubs. And he don't never catch touchdowns and all that shit. Remember that? Then Romeo Dubs got first quarter, he got on Mikey out there on the island.
That's why I don't do unders, bro. Hitting less or under means that your whole joint could go away immediately.
Yo, that man got on Mikey a little shimmy. Mikey looked like he ain't never seen a little stutter at all in his life. Crossed him up, touchdown. I said, well, there goes our ticket right there. We spent like 45 minutes putting that shit together. And in a matter of seconds, it was done.
That's why you don't ever see me hit less.
So I'm figuring out how all of this works, man. I'm going to be a dangerous man this month. Yeah. So I done had at least 4 or 5 people that I've helped win money already. Yep. They'll take out the one dumbass shit that I always do to lose. They'll just take that out. He was like, yo, a dude was like last night. The dude he said, hey, we up, bro. We won. I was like, no, we didn't win anything. I needed the rush yards for Bo Nix. He took that shit off. He's like, bro, I thought you took it off too. I took it off. I'm like, nah.
Yeah, I've had a couple people win some money. And a couple people even put up on me at the game. Was like, "Yo, Rio, I want some stuff for sleeping today." I was like, "Hey," they was like, "Use your code." I was like, "I'm glad somebody's hitting." Because
exactly. I said the same thing. I'm glad somebody's eating off of these picks because I damn sure ain't. But that's gonna change in October. So use the promo code Kings25. Let's rock out, fellas. So
what it is.
Let's talk about this Chargers game, man.
Track week, baby.
This is a big one, fellas. We got to have it. At 2-2, I was talking to y'all before we got on, and I said to y'all, we haven't been in this position since Dan Quinn is taken over as our head coach. We were under 500 for the very first game after we lost to Tampa, and then we won the next 3 weeks. Yep. And we were never, ever again, because we started the season 7-2 last year. We were never, ever again in a position where we were playing a game in order to stay above 500 until this year, week 3, going into the Raiders game. But every time we've hit adversity, there's been, to me, what I've called a safety net waiting for us on the other side, right?
Yep.
Week 1 last year, you lose to Tampa. Guess who was waiting for you at home in week 2? The Giants, right? Yep. A game that you knew you could go home and go get, right?
Some medicine.
And last year, you hit a 3-game skid. You're struggling. You're questioning yourself. Who's waiting for you on the back end of that?
Tennessee.
At the crib, right? And even for good measure, just in case you thought you had your swag back, but you weren't sure, how about some New Orleans on the other side of the bye, right? Like, we were set up. This year, week 1, I don't know what y'all got going on. You've had some shit going. How about you get some Giants right out the gate at the crib just to make sure you're good, right? Not good. Green Bay tattoos us the next week. Who do you have waiting for you at the crib the next week after that? The Raiders, right? Another get-right game. This is the first time where there's no safety net. You're not at home. You're not playing a team you're going to be favored against. You're not expected to win this game. Whether Jayden Daniels plays or not, no one expects us to go into L.A. and beat the Chargers. So this is real adversity for this Commanders team.
Honeymoon's over, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So I want your thoughts where you are mentally going into this game. What do you foresee happening? Talk to me about how you feel about this upcoming matchup. And let's just all assume, and it's probably the wrong thing for us to do, because I'm 0 for 2. I think I feel comfortable saying Rio is 0 for 2 with me. Right?
Yeah. Like, I made the call on here. Like, when they first announced knee sprain, I said 2 weeks. Sit his ass 2 weeks. But
you said
I then said I tried to manifest him playing both games.
I'm not gonna drag anybody into my bullshit. I'm 0 for 2.
He's playing this week, bro.
Let's just assume he's playing this week. Because I think Ian Rappaport even said that they expect him.
He's expected to play.
Yeah,
he's going to Cali. He's playing this week. He is losing his mind that he didn't get to play Sunday.
So y'all talk to me about where y'all are mentally heading into this one.
I think there's an opportunity for it sounds crazy, but a defensive get right game. And the only reason why I'm saying it is because Joe Alt is going to be out for a couple weeks.
Yep.
Rashawn Slater is out for the season. Now, all that could happen, our D-line could possibly not get a pass rush because we couldn't get a pass rush on Michael Penix. But you look at some of the guys that they put in, look at their guys' names. It's like Austin Duculus or something like that. That's their starting right tackle. He had a 22.4 pass blocking grade per PFF, which is really bad. And the Giants D-line is good.
I'm about to say now, remember who they was playing against.
They have a good D-line.
Right.
They do.
That's not us.
Right. Yeah. That is true. That is true. But their backups, Troy Pipkin is another guy. He's a backup right tackle for them that had to come in. What's his name? Mekhi Becton. I don't think he played. He's been hurt. Bradley Bozeman's their center. He's playing with a bad back. He had a 24.6 PFF grade. Yes, he was going up against Dexter Lawrence. But this is an opportunity for Daron Payne, Ken Law, Dorrance, Von Miller, Preston Smith to come in.
Oh, he's getting some run now. We got the news of JB done for the season potentially.
Yeah, so he's gonna have to play. You can blitz Frankie. Frankie got a sack last game. Bobby. That was his best game of the season too. Shout out to Frankie. And Bobby can have a get right game. Don't put him on Amari Hampton. Don't put him one-on-one with Amari Hampton in coverage. But this could possibly be a get-right game for the D-line to cause some havoc and get some pressure on Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert is a way more mobile quarterback than Michael Penix. But the Giants they wreaked havoc on him. I mean, there's only so much you can do if you have Joe Alt out, Slater out, Bozeman's hurt, Mekhi Becton's hurt. You can only do so much. It comes to a point where it's just the talent. You just don't have the talent up. The Chargers just don't have the talent up front. So you would expect our guys to beat them one-on-one matchups, stunts, blitz, where there's some opportunities just off of personnel, the strength off of just personnel, man on man, where they should beat their backups to the backups on the O-line. So I think that should help out the secondary. That should give Marshawn, less time to be out there and running with guys in a foot race. Trey Amos is fine, and Mikey can bounce back. But that should be a domino effect where our defense can have a get-right game. If they can hold the Chargers to, say, 23 and get some sacks and pressure Justin Herbert and force a turnover, because Justin Herbert, he has been turnover prone lately. He threw a pick to Dexter Lawrence, where Dexter Lawrence almost had a pick six, but he got hauled down by Justin Herbert. Where I think there's another opportunity where we can force a turnover. And then on the flip side, their defense is good, don't get me wrong. But I don't know. I haven't seen how many snaps Ben St. Juste has played. I don't know if he's getting significant snaps or if he's a starter. Or
he ass.
He has. Okay, so good news.
No, I say he ass. I ain't say he has.
Right. So if he's getting significant snaps, then you gotta go at him. That's the one guy you have to target. And yes, their defense is good, but the Giants' game plan was to run the football over and over and over again. And I think that's something with our identity where I think there's an opportunity there. But this is going to be a dogfight. It's on the road. Justin Herbert's a darn good quarterback, and their wide receivers they're gonna make plays. It is what it is. They're gonna make plays because they have talented receivers. Their tight end's not bad either. I got to look up his name, but their tight end's pretty talented too. But I think the main focus is gonna have to be that D line, man, against third string, fourth string right tackles and left tackles. You gotta get some pressure on Justin Herbert. So that's on Joe Witt Jr. too. You gotta get some pressure on Justin Herbert.
I just want the feeling restored. I want the vibes back. I need the feelings restored. We so desperately need to see 5 in his element again. And we're going to assume
hallelujah.
Yeah, we need it. We need to see it. And the world needs to be reminded that we got one of those, man. They talking about Dak Prescott after a tie. Hurts is out here winning games where he completes 0 passes in the first half. And Jackson Dart wins his debut over an undefeated football team. I'm not going to hold you. I think the Chargers are a better team than us right now. They're playing better football than us. Yep. They probably got a better coach than us. And the biggest difference maker is Jayden Daniels. And Herbert's playing very good football this year until he ran into that Giants team. They're going to be mad coming off a loss. It don't matter where the Chargers are playing because they don't got fans for real in LA. So there's going to be a lot of burgundy in SoFi Stadium on Sunday afternoon. Like I said, right before our ad break, we don't play at 1:00 again until December 7th when we go up to Minnesota. So eyes are going to be on us every week. I imagine are we on Fox this week? We're getting
America's game of the week is what we are.
America's game of the week.
Oh, guess who's calling the game?
Big Brady.
Ronald Rivera.
Ron Rivera's on the call too.
He's doing a radio broadcast.
That's what Nikki Zavala tweeted out.
He's doing a radio broadcast for Westwood One.
Wow. But this has to be a week. I want to be with Ed with the get right thing, but I saw the patchwork line of the Packers handle us pretty fine.
Nah, this ain't that though. I'm with Ed on this one. This ain't that.
Yeah, I hear y'all.
Yeah,
I hear
this
y'all.
Ain't that. The interior was already bad. Like the Packers' interior was still good.
Yep, and
they had a tackle down, and they still had a formidable, serviceable line. The Packers got a young line. Like they got old, dirty vets they got nasty vets in there that stink in LA with the Chargers. I like the chances this week.
And they're gonna put Ladarius McConkey in motion, and we're gonna be in the Matrix. So we better be prepared.
We in the vortex.
They're gonna put Lad little white ass in motion and
take more on the Lad McConkey catches on Sunday. Take more. I just warning you right now.
Quentin Johnston happened to materialize hands the year where the Chargers show up on Washington's schedule. Yeah. That boy ain't caught anything. He ain't even caught a cold over the past couple years. Now he's a lock for 90+ receiving yards and a touchdown each week. I don't know who's.
And he's an explosive waiting to happen. You already can see a 60-yarder for a touchdown over the top.
With Jeremy Reeves and Lattimore looking over their shoulder, like what happened next. But the difference maker here is Jayden Daniels, bro. We can't start this season 2-3. Jayden cannot come out and look like he did versus Green Bay. We got too much riding on this shit, man. The Bears that's who we got next. They got a bye week, just like last year. 2 wins in a row and a bye week for the Bears coming in, just like it's set up, just like it did last year. We can't lose this game and mess around and be in a cold red game versus the Chicago Bears week 6 of the season. The schedule is about to get real as hell.
Yeah,
I can't believe that we're a 2-3 football team. The honeymoon is over now, and the world has forgotten just how great Jayden Daniels is. He airing new commercials. I can already see fans turning their backs on him if he has a bad game. Why are you in 2 new commercials and you throwing for 190 on Sunday? I can already see people starting to do that. It's homecoming week. Every friend, relative, family member, and female he ever had in California going to be at the game on Sunday, and it's going to be a Washington home game on the road. Jayden Daniels, please bring my joy back. Please restore the feeling in the game that I love, because I don't know who this team is through the first 4 weeks, and there have been a lot of resemblances to some of these terrible teams that I had to support over the years. We not that. Let's get back to who we are, baby.
Yo, I gotta read this. So this was from our group chat. Me and Rio was talking after the game on Sunday. We were both upset at the loss, and we were just talking back and forth about just losing sucks, man. Like Sundays suck, bro. When you lose, like. I was watching the Cowboys game, and I was just like, man, this is horrible. I text him, I text the group. I said, I hate football right now. This week's been some shit, right? After the loss. And then Rico said, man, f this sport. He said, I need a good film to watch, a good book. I hate this ghetto ass sport. Like, this shit is depressing when we lose, man. Like, I need my demon back. I need my goat back to restore the joy and the hope. Pushing hope in your veins instead of dope in your veins. Like, I need Jayden Daniels to make me feel special again. Because right now, this shit is depressing. It's depressive.
I need my sports car back, man. I'm tired of riding hoopties, bro.
Man, I need 5 back. Like, the fan base crash out this week has been on another level. Yeah, man. This is because 5 is not here. You're allowed to start thinking about the worst.
And then the last time we saw 5, it was the worst we've seen him. So it's like you're stacking the ticket, and the odds is not in your favor right now.
I need to see 5 on the football field, bro. Right. Like even the Raiders win was fun, but it was like it felt a lot like Carolina last year.
Wasn't 5, man.
When we put 40 on Carolina, but it didn't feel right, because
it would have felt right if Jayden was lighting that ass up.
like you're like, but 5 didn't do it though. Like, where's 5? We're gonna have 5 back on it on Sunday, man, and it's gonna be a joy. Sight for these. It's gonna be a sight for sore eyes.
He playing for his brother too, man. His best friend out for the season. He's sliding for Leak.
Yeah, you know what it is, man.
First the team he got hurt against too.
We got to do it. We got to do it. Rico.
Man, I mean, even to the point of the offensive line, I can't be too optimistic, because the Falcons had a 3rd string right tackle out there that was a turnstile for everybody until he played against us. So, but even beyond that, to Rio's point, the NFL is drunk right now, bro. Nothing makes sense. Who's beating who makes absolutely zero sense. It's any given Sunday this year of any year that I've arguably seen, that at least that I can remember, bro. It's rock, paper, scissors, bro. It's the Panthers getting whooped by a team that we should be able to beat. They whooped on the Falcons whooped on us. It's literally rock, paper, scissors league right now, man. And so, I mean, the Raiders beat the Patriots. I think the Patriots were the ones that whooped up on the Panthers. I mean, it's just like, I mean, what can you really do with this right now? So it's any given Sunday. We have every right to go in there. To Rio's point, this is going to be a home game for the Commanders, especially just off of the support for Jayden Daniels alone, being the hometown kid. But even without Jayden Daniels, this probably would have been a home game for us. But the Jayden Daniels support is going to be through the roof. And like I said, for the Falcons game, you get out to an early lead, you could take over that stadium easily. Didn't play out for the Falcons, but I think, man, I mean, all eggs in one basket type of situation where I feel like they may have, coaching wise, it just feels like they overlooked the Falcons a little bit. I feel like they started to already look ahead to the Chargers, and I think they may get into the back. I have faith that Cliff Kingsbury can't go 2 games in a row with the only reason we're not running the ball well is because he's not calling the plays. It's not the defense stopping us. It's him not calling the plays and continuing to run the ball. I think when we finally go against a good opponent, I don't know why we didn't do this against the Packers, but it's going to be full stop. It's bring out all of your weapons, every strategy that you have. Actually run Bill for 15 carries or more in this game. Don't abandon the run. Take deep shots whenever you can. Stunts, all of that type of stuff defensively. I think this is the time where we pull out all of the stops. And because, again, I feel like the Packers game and even this Falcons game, I wouldn't say we necessarily overlooked them, but I don't feel like they went in with 100% strategic preparation that we feel like we should have had going into those games. I think they will do that against the Chargers, or at least I hope and I have faith that they will. And I think we can surprise a lot of people here because going into this game, we are severe underdogs. And I think we can come out surprising a lot of people. I can see us winning this game. And so y'all's point about restoring the feeling, not even just Jayden Daniels just playing, because that's the biggest part of it, obviously. But, I think even like power rankings, even after losing to the Falcons, even after the way that we lost to the Packers, you beat the Chargers. That puts us back into all of the top conversations in the NFC. And I want to see that, bro. I want to be able to go back into my YouTube algorithm and be happy. You know what I'm saying? I want to see ESPN's First Take talking about us again. I want to see Chris Sims. Yeah, I want to see Chris Sims talking about us in a positive light. You know what I'm saying? Because when you win, you're consuming every bit of content you can find. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And of course, especially after a Falcons loss, I couldn't get into that. But I'm hoping after this game against the Chargers, I'm on YouTube. I'm everywhere consuming every bit of football content, listening to all the compliments from everybody. Let's go do it. I think, again, we're severe underdogs, but I have a good feeling about this one, man. I don't think we go below 500 this season.
Y'all realize what's on the line this week? Like, we're trying to beat fake demon allegations, bro. We don't beat good teams according to everybody in the world. Can you imagine with losses to the Chargers and Packers in the first 5 weeks? Like, no one's going to take us seriously at any point. We beat the Bears the next week. Who cares? Y'all can't beat a good football team. Right. We have some real allegations we need off our jacket this week.
Yeah.
So they started us off as 3.5-point underdogs. We're at 2.5 now. I think that's telling too that they know Jayden's playing, so he's definitely coming back. But yeah, we're 2.5 dogs, which is really, really close.
I ain't mad at it.
I thought you was about to get into some Charger conversation.
What, Charger conversation?
Yeah, like, did you already tell us how you felt about the game?
Oh yeah. My thing is, I really am. So I believe in Jayden. I think Jayden's going to come out there and be fine. My point was I named all their offensive linemen, and I know we don't take a lot of advantage of their offensive line, but I think that they will actually get pressure on Justin Herbert. I think that's going to be the big part for us. With Joe All being out, Rashawn Slater being out, Mekhi Becton being out, Bradley Bozeman with an injured back. I think that's where we're really going to make a difference there defensively. I think we're going to have a better game defensively. I know it sounds crazy, but I think we're actually going to have a better game defensively. Yes, Justin Herbert's going to get his, Keenan Allen, Ladd McConkey. And we've done a great job slowing down the run. Amarion Hampton put up 100 rushing yards on the Giants. If you can contain Amarion Hampton, that's going to be huge. Keep him under 50 yards rushing. And I think we really will contain Justin Herbert. But the offense, get back to our identity, be aggressive before halftime. If it is a 4th down situation, Be aggressive. I think Matt Gay will be fine too. I do think I really want to see the injury report with Terry. It could be another week with Terry out. I think if he's
I don't think he's
limited,
gonna play.
you don't think he's going to play?
I don't think he's gonna play.
You think he's going to play? Okay, so
I think
it is going to be challenging. Noah Brown's not going to play either. I do think John Bates is going to be available. He said on the radio today that he's going to be back in practice.
Football team, man.
So John Bates is going to be back.
Who is Noah Brown? Who is that?
Never heard of him, bro.
Right, that's why we got Robbie Chosen.
Robbie Chosen, man, the chosen one.
Right, that's where we brought him in to come in and force a pass interference. Do what Noah Brown does. Just come in and force a pass interference.
The chosen one. What do you mean? What do you mean?
That reeked of desperation, by the way. Go ahead, Ed. My bad. That Robbie shit.
And that's where I was saying it's going to be complementary football. If they can get pressure on Justin Herbert, which I think they will be able to do against the third string and fourth string left tackle and right tackle and center or left guard, then Marshawn won't have to be following guys for more than 5 seconds. That will help him out. Trey Amos will be fine. Mikey will be fine. But that's where I think Marshawn can possibly have a bounce back game. And they need to put some of the younger guys in with Jordan McGee, Kane Madrano, Alex Cahoe, or Ali Cahoe, whoever at linebacker. But I think we have a bounce back game. It's going to be very close. I'm still conflicted on picking a winner just yet. But I think this can be a bounce, not a get right game for the defense, but a bounce back game for the defense.
So I'm gonna piggyback off of you, Ed. I too think this could be a week where every other week the D line has been extremely active. Week 1, they were super active against the Giants. Week 3, they were super active against the Raiders. This is another game in which I think they can be super active because unlike the weeks 2 and 4 opponents where the offensive lines were solid, this is not a group right now that's playing really well. And now they have the injuries to boot. They were already struggling on the interior. You take Joe Alt off that line, along with, like you said, Rashawn Slater being out for the season, and they don't have anything, right? And so I think this is one of those weeks where you got to get active up front. You got to smother Omarion Hampton. He wasn't really killing it the first 3 weeks. He went off against the Giants. Slam off against the Giants. You have to neutralize him.
It's some big ones.
Yeah, I mean, these were some huge runs. Like, he kept them in the game, literally. And you have to neutralize him. And I know this sounds crazy because with the way the pass defense has been conducting themselves over the, past couple weeks,
incoming.
You don't want to. I feel dirty even saying this, but you got to make Justin Herbert beat you.
Oh man.
And you gotta get to him and fluster him, because if you don't, we've already seen the result. And
that's what you want, Lou? You want to make Justin Herbert beat you?
Yeah, I look, man.
Justin Herbert way better than that boy we played. Like, he way better than Penis Jr.
Hey.
I'm just saying, bro.
Hey, chill out, man. Chill out. Chill out. Hey, and I'm still on probation. I didn't realize just how close I was to toting that line just now. You want Justin Herbert to beat you. Gotta be careful.
I'm keeping it strictly football. Like, that just sounds crazy to ask of this defense.
Look, man. I'm more confident than most in this defense. I already told you that. I know I'm standing out on the ledge by myself at the.
No, I'm with you on this. I'm with you on this.
So
I am too.
So I'm on the thin ass branch, and Ed is with me. And I feel like the defense can get it done this week. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm more concerned about the offense than I am the defense this week, because that's a good Chargers defense. They play zone. They don't get a ton of pressure on the quarterback, and there's no Khalil Mack.
And that's Jaden's kryptonite.
And that's supposed to be Jaden's kryptonite. Good quality zone, wholesome zone coverage, right? Well, we're gonna see. Right, we don't really want him running around like crazy out there, but he's gonna have to play well. And again, we threw a swing screen to Chris Moore last week, bro. Like, I'm over here dying, bro. Somebody wake me up from this ulterior, like this alternate universe that I'm in right now. This shit is like the Twilight Zone. Nothing's making sense, right? I don't know what's going to happen, but here's what I do know. We're going to have, more likely than not, the same cast of characters we had out there last week.
Yep.
Zach Ertz, we know that's Jayden's BFF. Yeah. So Ertz has been quiet the last couple of weeks because Jayden's not there. Well, he's going to be awakened.
Jayden targeted him 9 times on Sunday.
9 times, bare minimum. Zach Ertz with 7 catches on Sunday. All right.
Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
and Debo's going to have to step up. And it'd be nice to keep those young fellas involved, but Jayden he just don't look for Luke.
Nobody thinks Terry's playing. We don't even need to have that conversation.
He don't look for Luke at all. And I'm not sure he's checking for Jalen Lane either. So
he gotta look for Luke now because Terry not on the field.
Hey, that ain't never stopped him before, man. Like, he'll be looking for Luke at all, bro. They had Luke McCaffrey and Jalen Lane on the field on a crucial 4th down.
He threw it to Lane.
He threw it to Jalen Lane. Even give Luke a chance.
Hey, but he ain't seen this new Luke. Luke ain't Lucas no more. Luke got 2 touchdowns later and almost 2 kickoff return touchdowns. Luke McCaffrey. Jayden ain't got no choice but to look for him this week. Jayden got to get right, bro. If another zone bottles him up this week, everybody's film. The script is out on Jayden. Yeah, right. He got to fry these boys on Sunday.
He got to, man. I'm way more confident than I should be. This is a dangerous Chargers team, and I know they are capable. Like you said, they're better than us.
They are better than
they're
us.
A better football team than
way better coach than us.
They right now. I don't love
last year. I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have said that last year. Now, yes, I agree with you. But I don't think their staff is better than ours. I don't think he's a better head coach than Dan Quinn. But yeah, right now, I'd say you're probably right because we're struggling. Yeah. So
I heard Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly's there. I mean, what's his name? Greg Roman. I heard Greg Roman's been up and down as their coordinator too.
Yeah.
So that could be a factor on Sunday too.
I hope they don't come out with the game plan they had against the Chiefs. If they do, SpaghettiOs.
Yep.
If they come out and say, you want Justin Herbert to beat you?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Bet. Say less.
Yeah, right. Come on. You throw that bitch 42 times. Oh, shit. Got what I asked for.
And why would they not when they look at like the numbers that have been accumulated on us in the last 3 weeks of football?
Look, every other game. We are every other game defense. Marshawn Lattimore is an every other game player. So this is Marshawn's last chance, man. Because this is his not a get right, but bounce back game for Marshawn. It could be, even though the matchups are terrible for him, but for whatever reason, every other game he's been good.
I'm calling it right now. I don't do this. I don't usually do this.
Oh, here we go.
I got to do it for my guy. I got to stand 10 toes down for Sean, man. Southeast Sean, stand up. Pick 6 this game, man. Pick 6 for Marshawn Lattimore. I will have the last
Talk it, Lou.
I will have the last laugh. We'll see who's laughing next week. When Marshawn Lattimore has a pick 6.
Hey, slide them Powerball numbers over here if that shit happens, bro. Because at this point, if I would take a pass deflection from Marshawn Lattimore.
He gets one of those every week. He gets one.
He gets forgotten about behind the penalties and the chunk plays that he gives up.
Yes. No, you're not wrong. He gets one pass breakup a game. And then he usually follows it up.
Put him on Keenan Allen. Don't put him on McConkey. Do not put him near Quentin Johnson because Quentin Johnson can run.
Quentin Johnson going to run his ass. They're going to, man. I don't want this to be a 40 pass attempt game for Justin.
No, I don't either.
You're going to look up at the box score. That boy got 440 and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, no, I don't want that either.
Jayden got to throw for 6 touchdowns to win the game.
I don't want that either.
No,
so I stand corrected. I don't want to make Justin Herbert beat us. Like, just be balanced enough to where we shut the run down and Herbert doesn't have a big enough, impact and we are able to get away. You know what's going to be key is we got to get off the field on 3rd downs.
Oh, my God.
If we can do that, we'll have a shot. That's what the Giants did. They got off the field and they forced turnovers too. Yeah, Drew Phillips with a pick. Yeah, Dexter Lawrence with a pick. They forced turnovers and they got off the field on third downs. If we
My
can
boy Lawrence got hawked like Terry did, but it makes sense when you're 340 pounds. But
I thought he was done with the chunky soup, but clearly he was not, because he should have scored a touchdown on that play. But hey, that big man was motoring, bro.
And Lou gonna be sick when Marshawn jump a route and drop a pick on Sunday. He gonna be like, I told y'all he could have did it. That was it right there. I told y'all he was going. He dropped it. Oh,
I was hoping so. Right before the half, your boy threw a pass over to the sidelines and the receiver slipped. And Marshawn went to jump it, but the shit was out of bounds by like
high as hell.
Yeah. If he would have did what he did the week before against Carolina, right before the half, he did the same thing, but instead he threw it to where the receiver should have been, and it got picked off by Mike Jack. Marshawn's getting close. That's all I'm saying. He getting close. We about to get one this week. I'm speaking it into existence. Just like Rio used to speak Myles Garrett coming here into existence. I'm speaking this shit into existence, man.
You're right, bro. Because I'm tired of this pick looking like wasted compensation. So I'm manifesting it with you, Lou. Marshawn pick 6 on Sunday. Because if St. Jude's plays a better game on Sunday than Marshawn Lattimore, oh my God!
We'll never hear the end of it.
He gonna become Bin Laden to his fan base.
Yo, we will never hear the end of it, bro. Like I told you, do you know how many people hit me up? Hey, Cam Curl had 2 picks today. I was like, oh hell, here we go.
Worse than what, 5 years?
Yeah, look, man. Cam looked like a different dude out there. I ain't gonna hold you though. He looked like he got swag now and everything. He looked different.
Yeah, Emmanuel Forbes. I think Emmanuel Forbes was the one that got cooked on the infamous Adonai Mitchell.
Yes,
fumble before the end zone.
Oh my God, that stupid ass play, man.
The last time Marshawn got a pick was 2023, I believe. So he would be breaking a almost 2-year drought.
Yeah, he's due. That's what I'm saying. He do.
Here we go. Every other game, Marshawn.
Let's do it. Swaggy P, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, my guy, Swaggy P. Right? You're right, Rico. The Falcons fans were talking ish, even though we were taking over their stadium and barely beating us without JD5. Falcons ruined swag surfing for me, and I had to stay still trying not to vibe.
It was tough, bro. Even just going to the game, man. I mean, all from Atlanta, cousins in the whip, all on the way to the game. I mean, it's Take Me Through There on the way. It's the Metro Boom album. I mean, it's so, and then as you get, the closer you get to the stadium, you're not even that close. People just having cookouts, playing all of the Atlanta classics, bro. It was tough, bro. It was tough to try to just maintain a tough Commanders type of, I don't know, outer stand, bro. It was tough, bro. It was really tough, man. And the swag surfing, I mean, all of that, any type of dabbing, bro. At least those were automatic. I'm not getting up the swag surf, my team losing to that team, but all into like the Jeezy and the Dro and all of that, bro. I was dying, bro. I was dying in that stadium, man. Not the move and rap.
Rico was like,
I was struggling, bro.
he was hot, bro.
I mean, they even had little Scrappy performing at some point, like during a random time. It was a lot going on, bro.
Yeah, I think we saw Usher was out there. Like,
they had a bunch of celebrities.
So much culture.
Yeah, you already know what it is.
Yeah, Baby Chains. It was everybody out there, man.
Young Thug had a concert like right down the street or something like that. Like,
yeah, it was right in front of the courthouse too. Like,
crazy.
If you ever got to go do your jury summons and stuff like that, he was right outside of that. So everybody know where it's at too.
Right, that's the perfect place for him to do a concert for sure.
Yeah, you stop the violence and all that. Gangs are not cool anymore. he was giving it everything, man.
Trash out there strikes again. Greg, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, this team obsession with vets on both sides of the ball stands out a lot to me. Obviously, Ron Rivera era caused a lot of this, but we need to play younger, man. Yeah, I feel like I was on board with AP initially when he constructed the roster, because you didn't want to have the blind leading the blind. You didn't want to be a super young team, but I think he kind of went too far to one end of the spectrum. And every time you look up, you like, hey, can we go get a young boy? Like this offseason, I know Rio talked about it. I think Rico might have said the same thing, but we was like, yo, Moore. Remember the receiver from the Browns was out there, free agent.
Elijah Moore.
Elijah Moore was available.
Yeah.
You know, like dudes like that, like even like to a lesser degree. Corley, from the Jets. Yeah, like it's like these young dudes that didn't work out in their first stop. Just kick the tires and see what it is, right? Like,
right. And
what do you have to lose?
Stop being so pressed for everybody to be an usher at church to bring somebody in, man. You got to bring an asshole or two. Like, at some point, are we trying to win football games or are we trying to win the culture Olympics, man?
Yeah, like there are certain guys that I'm like, yeah, I'm willing to take a risk on. I'm not. CJ Gardner-Johnson is not one of them. Like, that's one of them dudes. He seemed like a culture
cancer.
A culture cancer spreader. Like the Eagles quit on this man not once,
but twice. 2 times.
The Texans said, we gonna pay you money to leave, bro. 3 weeks in. Like, he dangerous. And it don't matter who he play, he get into some shit with somebody on the other team every week. So yeah, I'm good on him, but it would be nice to add some younger players, bro. Like every time we bring somebody in, the chosen one, he's 32 years old, bro. Like, what are we doing? Every single guy.
Football in like 6 years.
Man. He's been doing a podcast. Like, that's when you retire, you do the podcast thing. So, well, actually, no, players do the podcast thing now, but that's like the last thing I saw of him. And he got cut twice by the Niners last year.
Yeah, it's just, I'm over it, man. But you got to give it time. That's the biggest thing. You got to give it time. And a lot of people forget we just 2 years in. Jayden sped up the process. So Nathan Cashwell, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Writes, when can we fire Joe Witt? I'm gonna leave this. This is up Rio's alley. This is all Rio right here.
Listen, I've been shooting him bail and not trying to make this conversation a thing, but couple more games like last week. Let Justin Herbert and Caleb Williams smoke us and be the reason why we start 2-4 or some dumb shit like that.
Hey.
That seat gonna be on fire.
I don't want to have those conversations, but could you imagine a crash out if we started 2-4? I'm not even going down that road.
We're going back to wife beater rant Rio on the channel.
Wife beater rant Rio.
Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want that for any of us, bro. I don't want no. Yeah. But that's when we start let's go ahead and fire the defensive coordinator because it's not getting better and the schedule is only going to get harder from here.
Yeah. 5, we need you.
Save us.
Save us, please.
Restore the feeling. Go.
Please. Oh no. I can't believe we even just had that like even the fact that conversation
that felt dirty. That felt very
nasty,
dirty.
Bro.
I don't like that you just like ugh.
Yeah, that's I'm sorry. I apologize. John Payton, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. John writes, Yo Kings. What's up, John? Here is how we get McGee and Kane or Ale on the field. Move Frankie Louvu to defensive end, Wag split time, sub in McGee and Kane. We get younger and faster. Sean, the cornerback, number 3. They're not moving Frankie Louvu to end, right? Like those two, this is the thing. And I know fans, we like to play Madden with the roster, right? We like to do a whole bunch of shit that sound good on paper. Those 2 guys were all pro linebackers last year. Whether we like it or not, they're not moving off the spot on them 2 dudes. And nope. Frankie's going to be fine. He just had his best game of the season last week. Wags is fine. You can't ask him to do certain things.
Yeah.
And if you
know better. Yeah.
If you know you're going to play this particular coverage, you need to take him out of the game. That's it.
Period.
If you know on first down and you don't want him out of the game on first down, I get it. But if it's first down and you running man, take him off the field. Ain't nobody else running no huddle, right? You can sub him back in. But if you know you're running man coverage, and I get it, it's a tell. You don't want to have it be a tell. If the offense want to know what you're running, all they got to do is send a dude in motion. They'll know if you're running man or not. So it don't really matter. Like, if you don't want to be taken advantage of, because if you have a certain package that you can't call because Bobby Wagner, you're shrinking your defensive play calls.
Yep.
And most of that involves man coverage, which you want to play. Joe Witt wants to play man coverage. But all the Falcons did was they took all of the flow and pushed it left and had Bijan go right by himself.
Yep.
If that's what teams are going to do, we are at a disadvantage with Bobby Wagner on the field in man coverage against anybody's back.
And I would be circling that. Hey, Omari and Hampton, let's catch some passes this week. We're going to put you on an island with Bobby Wagner. Win the foot race.
That's right.
Right down the sideline. I just don't like how much Joe Jr. and Dan Quinn, they were just hyping up Jordan McGee especially last year and then even this all season. And then when we get into the games, we don't play them. And I can see, like, we don't necessarily want to be trial and error in real regular season NFL football games where, wins and losses matter. But it's better to, see what they have early on in the season before we get to the playoffs. And say we barely make it in there, but then we get to a point where we have to play the younger guys because of their younger legs in coverage. You prefer for them to already have some games under their belt of learning. There may be some growing pains in the beginning, but you prefer to go ahead and get those growing pains out the way early. Let's go ahead and get guys like Jordan McGee on the field more often, especially in, like, to Lou's point, obvious situations like that where, pre-snap, they could just send a guy in motion. Now what the Commanders defense is planning on doing anyway. You might as well have just subbed in Jordan McGee right there or whoever else you may want to play, Ale Cajo, whoever. Let's go ahead and get those bumps and bruises and the chinks in the armor, the random errors in the mechanics out the way early, bro. It may be ugly early, but let's get it out the way early rather than in December or January when we have to win.
Yeah, definitely on third down situations. There's no reason why Bobby has to play 100% of the snaps. And even if it's down to 80%, that should be fine. Same thing with Frankie. Like, they should be playing 99% to 100% of the snaps. And then you want to talk about development too. Guys can't get better by sitting on the bench. Like, Jordan McGee's got to play. Kane's got to play. Ali had a great preseason, and he's a good special teams player. He's flying around with reckless abandon. Got to give guys an opportunity. So I get it. Bobby was an all-pro. He's going to the Hall of Fame. Frankie was all-pro. But a good rotation of linebackers would certainly help this team, especially on third down situations. So they got to give these guys an opportunity. And yes, Marshawn is CB3 at this point for sure. CB4.
So who's CB2?
CB2 is Mikey's been rough. He's had a rough go of it.
This is why you needed Jonathan Jones, right? Where you could just say, let's see what he got. And he ain't been healthy.
Mikey be out that hole looking lost too.
That's why I said you can't put him out there. Like, and I'm tired of doing the song and dance with Mikey. Like, we know he's not a boundary corner, right? Just because he's better at that than nickel potentially doesn't mean you just throw him out there. Like, let's see what he can do at nickel. Like, that's what they drafted him to be. Let's let him stay there and try to get better at that. Frank McLaughlin, my guy, Frankie, baby. Hey, aloha. Thank you for the hundo piece.
Hey, my guy. Appreciate you. That's love, man.
Frankie, baby, says, Kings, aloha. Aloha, Frankie. Says, I think we should move away from the four-man rush. I don't think we got the right talent for that right now. Get Luvu blitzing like last year. Little creativity goes a long way. Keep your head up, boys. On to the next. Cheers. Man, the four-man rush still has life and legs to it, but you got to get creative with it. It's got to be twists. It's got to be stunts. They got to run games up front, like DQ said. That's when we were at our best in weeks 1 and 3. We're not a straight, let's just rush up the field with 4 guys. It don't matter what 4 there are. We're not going to win that battle enough to make it worth our while. Like, Dorrance can win one-on-ones from here, now and again. But we're only destroying inferior lines. And in order to win, we got to be creative up front. And I'm with you. I'm like, I know we don't do a lot of creative shit. So if you're going to mug the A gaps with Frankie and Bobby, turn Frankie loose, right? Do the thing that Frankie knows how to do, and that's go after the quarterback. So
attack, hunt.
Yeah. Like let's do the things that we know guys are capable of doing. Let's not ask them to drop into coverage. I don't want to see Dorrance Armstrong dropping into a hook zone. I'm good on
on
that.
third down.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't need to see that. That's not that doesn't do good for my psyche and my well-being. So yeah, creativity would be nice from Joe Will. I haven't seen that from him, frankly. So it'd be nice for him to conjure up some pressures that could actually confuse an offensive line like the Chargers, who have a bunch of moving parts. But I won't hold my breath. Can we just find a way to stop the run and occasionally get to the quarterback? That would be nice. Really appreciate you, Frank, man. Thank you for the love,
Big
bro.
Frank.
Marissa Mullinex, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Shout out to Marissa, who says, hey, Kings. Mark says it feels like the Commanders drank the Maxi drink from the Happy Gilmore 2, and that made them smell like ass. LOL. Hopefully JD5 plays soon. He's got to play this week. We can't make it another week without him.
No. He needs to be on the
field. We're dying over here, man. Yeah. We got to have it. Shout out to our guy Mark too, man.
Them brothers starving.
Yes. Starving, man. Hey, we need it. Like, we need air to breathe over here. T-Wade, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, I asked last week, and I'll ask again now. What's y'all faith level in Joe Witt? Why do y'all think the defense looks so bad?
4 out of 10.
Yeah, I think the number was you took 5 last week, I think.
Yeah,
me and you were both at 7.
I think I was at a 6.
Yeah, I'm at a 4 now.
I was at a 6. But I mean, he had I thought he did a great job against the Giants. Once again, I get it was Russell Wilson. And once again, I get it was Geno Smith. Yep. But I thought he's had 2 solid performances as a D coordinator this year. So it hasn't been all bad.
Right.
It hasn't been all bad. That's why I do think fans are overreacting a little bit.
Me too.
Because he had 2 good game plans where he executed and he did shut down. And he did a great job against Ashton Genty too, who just went crazy against the Bears. He had like 100-something rushing yards against the Bears. So I do think with all the doom and gloom, the rush defense is better. I think we're like top 10 in rush yards allowed or something like that, which is a huge improvement from last year. So
now we can't cover.
Yeah, now we couldn't cover last year. So it's kind of the same with that. But
I feel like the reason our coverage is getting exposed more this year is because last year they didn't have to throw.
It was multiple choice last year. Yep.
Right. And third down defense.
Remember, we were a top 10 pass defense last year, yardage wise. Remember? We was like, yo, that is the most bogus, fake top 10 pass defense. And Joe Witt was actually parading that shit around. Remember that?
Misleading, boy.
He was like, yeah, we actually are, top 5 in pass defense. So I'm like, Joe, stop that shit, bro.
Such cap, man.
Yeah, stop that shit, bro. We know better. You know better. Stop that shit. I'm still so I did go down a bit. I was at a 7.5, I think, last week. I'm at 6.5 now. Like, I'm still confident, man. Like Ed said, he's had 2 good weeks. Last week was really bad. It was. There's no denying that. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Why do I think the defense looks so bad? I think that he's not maximizing players, putting them in the best positions to succeed. And I think the communication is trash. And when you start having pieces mixing and matching guys in and out of the lineup, like Rio said, you got bench players talking like starters. I hate it. You know what I mean? Like,
it's the worst.
We got dudes out here that shouldn't be out here. And we were all concerned about safety before the season. We weren't sure what safety was going to be, but the worst possible scenario was that either Will Harris sucked or he got hurt. Now you don't have another guy. And so we're kind of in this place now where, like, no one ever wanted to be relying on Jeremy Reeves. As much as we love All-Pro Revo, he's an All-Pro special teams player.
Yep.
So
sometimes that's just who you are,
It's unfortunate that we're here, and I do think the communication has been lacking on the defensive side too. I mean, how else do you explain 3rd and 2 and dudes are 12 yards off? I don't know.
That's definitely like not necessary. I mean, talent could be an issue, but that was purely communication. What are we doing? Just off. And I would like I was a 7 last week. I'm probably gonna go down to a 6 because I feel like they can figure it out. My main thing is, and to Rio's theme earlier, it's just like, what do we do against really good offenses? When it's a bad offense, we feast. We look dominant. It's weird. There's no middle. We either look dominant or useless. And I'm just hoping that, finally this upcoming week we go against a really good offense and we finally, even if we don't look dominant, I'm definitely not expecting that. Can we at least look capable? Can we at least look like we prepared for the game before going into the game?
Facts.
Corin Smith, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Corin writes, "Sup, Kings? Tampering down expectations. Just stay competitive and don't lose to Philly. What big shakeup is needed? What position we need the most help at?"
Where do we start?
There's so many. Yeah, it's crazy.
I think the biggest, okay, so if the draft were in a month, what would you say is the first round pick? What would you say right now?
A wide edge, one of the two, a wide receiver or an edge. Like that's it for me. It's one of those two off the rip.
Yeah, it's between those two. And if I had to pick, I would say edge just off of at least the wide receiver group. Like, you're paying Terry. He just needs to get healthy. Debo's emerging. Of course, he looks like the best player on the entire team. We're seeing potential in Luke McCaffrey. Jalen Lane has talent. We just haven't seen it at the receiver position yet. But at least, like, there's some potential there, even though I would take wide receiver in the first round right now as well.
Same.
But edge rusher, there's no inheritance program right now. Like, I don't really see the guy. Javonte Jean-Baptiste has shown potential, but I don't see the guy that could blend. There's not even necessarily a Luke McCaffrey in the edge rusher room is my problem with it. There's no Terry, there's no Debo, and there's not even necessarily a Jalen Lane or Luke McCaffrey.
There was a Javonte Jean-Baptiste.
Yeah, I mean, there was some potential there. There was some 7th rounder potential there, a little bit.
I kid.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I struggle with this one because you guys make some great points. I'm still looking at corner like, man, we can't do shit on defense if we don't get better in the secondary at corner.
My point.
That's the chicken or the egg, right? Like, is it the corner help more than edge rusher, or like? I think I always side with pass rusher, so I probably would go with an edge. Like, if you can find a guy that can really move the needle as an edge rusher, that we could use one of those really bad. So that's probably where I would go.
Yeah, I'm an edge too. I really, really want another receiver here, though, man. I want a receiver so bad. I definitely wouldn't mind even if it's a first round pick. I wouldn't mind attacking receiver just to help your quarterback out, your franchise guy out.
Y'all wouldn't just bring Debo back?
I would do both, honestly. I would do both.
I'm thinking both at this point.
I would do both.
I wouldn't mind both.
Yeah, I would do both. I mean, you look around the league and how teams really attack the receiver position with talent. I think we need to do that here. But yeah, edge rusher, you can't keep fooling around bringing in. I like Von Miller. And you brought in Dante Fowler last year. You got to bring some youth in here. You got to draft somebody, man. Because we had opportunities last year.
We got to put the next wide receiver 1 on this roster at some point too, because Buddy's not getting younger. Man.
I just keep looking at Emeka Egbuka and going, God.
No, he's so nice, bro.
He could have been us.
It could have been nice, bro. Like,
yeah, it's honestly, man, edge rusher in the first. Wide receiver, that round 2, that sweet spot, and then get that talented corner in the third. That's what we gotta
stop.
Like.
We gotta stop this shit, y'all. You hear what we doing? We 2-2. We gotta stop.
Let us mock drafting this shit. Hey, oh my God!
Another giant.
Corin, what are you doing, man? Look what you just did.
You know who got me. You know who got me looking at wide receivers, bro? Puka Nacua, bro. Puka got me looking at wide receiver like, bro, we don't got one of them over here.
His worst game right now is like, what, 116 or something like that?
Why my man why he about to pull off the Cooper Cup season from 4 years ago? Because he's going crazy.
And the crazy part is, everybody missed on him except Sean McVay.
Everybody. He just knew it too. Like I remember hearing them videos and the way he talked about him when they drafted him. He saw all of this.
Yes. No. Like that shit is wild. That's a 5th round pick doing that shit, by the way. Like that's next level. Doug H. Hey, Corin, don't do that shit again, bro. I love you to death. Don't do that again, bro.
Got a fucking draft before October.
Hey,
I feel so dirty.
That was
right
some
now.
giant. That was some Giants Jedi mind trick shit right there, bro. Like
shower when we get off.
What
stream,
the hell
bro.
was that about? Doug
Draft.
H. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for the dime. Who writes Kanks? 2-2 is I. Yes, I. We see how much 5 makes a difference. A mask. This team, he does a mask a lot. We said that last year though. We knew what time it was. The D can't be on the field for 70 snaps. Period. When the last time you seen the offense on the field for less than 60 snaps in a game? Like that was nasty work last week.
Disgusting.
I'd feel much better about them if we manifested turnovers. Again, I've said this. That's the one thing that this defense can do to change the whole narrative. Start forcing some turnovers. It took us until week 6 last year, so improvement, I guess. Wowzers. Did it really take us till week 6 to get a turnover last year? Is that true?
The Ravens game. It was the Ravens game. Mikey got the first pick versus the Ravens last year. So
we didn't recover a fumble or nothing.
No. That was the first turnover of the year, I believe. I know for sure it was the first pick, but I think it was the first turnover of the year. I believe Mikey got our first turnover versus the Ravens.
I think you're right. I mean, you know how bad we were defensively last year. This is why I struggle with people thinking the defense stinks like it did last year. The defense was so bad last year.
Way worse.
So bad. I'm just thinking about it. Like, we definitely enforced a turnover against Tampa. We didn't force one the next week against the Giants. We didn't force one against Arizona. We got a 4th down stop against Arizona.
No,
but we didn't force an actual turnover. We did not force a turnover against
the Browns. Were awful. We blew the Browns out.
Was that week 5 or 6? The Browns.
Week 5.
So it had to be 5 because Frankie forced the fumble and Bobby caught the shit in the air, or it was vice versa. Bobby caused it and Frankie caught the
versus the Browns?
Yes.
Yeah,
okay,
Browns.
so we got our first interception week 6.
In week 6. Okay. Yeah. I'm about to say no way, but 5 is still bad.
Yeah, that's
Your
horrible.
first turnover in week 5 is
Meanwhile, the Jags got 9 and got 13 turnovers
total.
and we have 1, and it was given to us.
Doug H, pray for us, bro. Pray that
the Cardinals fumble.
St. Juice did force a fumble versus the Giants.
Oh, yes, right. Okay, week 2. That's right. He poked the screen and Jeremy Chin recovered it. Okay, I was about to say,
the cranium of all craniums recovered it. Yep.
Yes. Okay, that makes me feel so much better about last year because I'm like, no way that we went that long without creating a turnover.
It was interception. It took us 6 weeks with no interceptions is disgusting. And that sounds, oh my God, that sounds like us.
That's so us.
That's my squad.
That's so us. That is so us. Metaphor. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Metaphor writes, feed Bill Cliff. Stop it. We just need pressure. Hey, shout out to Metaphor. You see that hat that Rio got on? That's a Metaphor special right there, man. That Bill hat is dope.
Burgundy.com, man. Get you a Bill hat. It comes in 3 colors, all jersey colors, baby.
Drop that link in the chat, man. Stop playing. Drop that link in there so people can go cop that hat, man. Stop playing. Shout out to our guy Meta.
And feed Bill.
That's right. GT7, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for the 50 spot. Hey!
Let's get it. Yes, sir. My guy. Appreciate you.
GT7 writes, Kanks. Great seeing y'all boys. Appreciate the insights and jokes. Is the McVay coaching tree offensive system kryptonite to DQ's defense? There's history there. It feels like it. Every time that what's the Green Bay Packers coach? It's on site. Every time it's on site for DQ's defense on site.
Even with the Cowboys, with Green Bay,
it's on site.
BTA.
Yeah, it's on site. So, it could be that could be a real thing. If that's true, then Kevin O'Connell and the Vikings are going to be licking their chops. Man.
We already know JJ McCarthy gonna have all his problems fixed that afternoon. That, we don't have to talk about that though. We don't play on 1 o'clock for a couple months from now.
Yeah. So that's a wow. Yeah,
let's get back to it. We prime time again. Let's get it.
We gotta get our swag back. 5, where you at, man? Stop playing, bro.
Restore the feeling, GOAT. We need you.
Where you at,
this city needs you. No one man should have all that power, but you do. Yes. So reclaim that shit and let's get back to business.
Come on, man. We need it, bro.
Yeah.
Stop it. Yeah. Nathan Cashwell, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up. Who writes? My thing is just as frustrating with the inconsistency with the defense. It is very frustrating, the inconsistency. Like Ed said, it's every other week the defense is good. And so at some point you need some consistency. I talked about this on Bleacher Report today. I said the inconsistency is the biggest reason why we're 2-2 right now. We have been inconsistent with health. We've been inconsistent with penalties. We've been inconsistent with tackling. We've been inconsistent with pass rush. We've been inconsistent with pass defense. We've been inconsistent to start games versus home and away. Like, the inconsistency has killed us this season.
That's a lot of inconsistency.
And you're lucky to be 2-2, to be honest with you, with all of that inconsistency. Yeah, so we got to get our shit together, man. We really, truly do.
Yeah, I said in my video a couple of days ago that if you would have told me that Terry and Jayden were out multiple games and the defense was playing as bad as it was, I'd actually be like, 2-2. At least you got out of September 500.
That's an optimistic way to look at it. But when the offense with Chris Moore playing 40 snaps, 70% of the snaps, with Marcus Mariota at quarterback and a bunch of backups out there running around, and you still put up 27 points, that's got to be enough against the 31st ranked scoring offense in the league. It's got to be enough, bro. And it wasn't.
It has to.
It has to be enough, and it wasn't. That's the part that I think most fans are kind of,
and that's why the crash out
perking about. Yep. Aleph Lamb Min, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, the Eagles started 2-2 last year. We're 2-2. We're better than our record shows. I believe we finished with no more than 5 losses. This is the thing. The Eagles had a roster last year. Like one of the best rosters we've seen in the last 10 to 15 years.
And a defense.
Yeah, that's not what we have over here. So I don't want to make comparisons to the team that won the Super Bowl last year. Here's what I will say. We have 5.
We do.
And that gives us a shot. Whether right or wrong, whether we putting too much on this man or whatever, to whom much is given, much is expected.
And heavy is thy head that wears thy crown. So let's get it, man.
We need his head to be as strong as Jeremy Chin's.
Hey, Lou.
Hey, Lou. Hey, can I just be off of probation for just for one?
Hey, Rico, get your guy. Pull the disclaimer out for Lou, man, because that was crazy. I need his head to be as strong as Jeremy Chin's. That is off. What are we talking about?
Hey, look.
I feel like that one don't even need a disclaimer. Hey, everybody in the chat know the other 3 of us don't.
He was way too happy when he said that shit too.
Look, man, y'all know what I meant. I said what I meant. I meant what I said. Pause. That's the only part I left out. Chris Hunter, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Chris writes, when JD5 comes back, he's got to show him what the game's been missing.
Yes, sir.
Facts.
Yes, sir.
Facts. Yes, sir. At the same time, I don't want him out there if he needs a knee brace.
Yeah, I don't want to see that either.
I don't think we're going to see the clunky knee brace. I think that was going to be out there if he came back last week or the week before.
I don't need to see the stone cold knee brace, man. I don't want to see that on 5. 5 too little to have a knee brace. A knee brace probably don't even fit him like it should.
But if that's what he has to wear in order to be on the field,
strap up.
Yeah, that's okay. All right, just making sure we on the same page. Because
I'm cool on Marcus, bro. We rode the donut for 2 weeks now. We gotta put a tire back on this.
Put a real tire on this bitch, man. Like we got as much as we could out of the donut, bro.
We're gonna be riding hubcap real soon. We keep trying to depend on a backup, man.
Okay, we on the same page. I just had to make sure because y'all was talking like, hey, if he got to wear a knee brace, like, no, I Actually, if he got to wear the brace, it's okay. He can wear the brace for a week or two. Hey, wait a minute. Christopher McLaughlin, our guy. C-Mac, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for the 50 spot.
Yes, sir. Our guy.
Who writes, hey, Lou, Rio, Rico, and Ed. Hope all is well. Likewise, as always, our guy Chris writes 3 questions. 1, what should Peters do trade-wise before the deadline on November 4th? 2, how comfortable would you be with the 5th seed in the NFC going into the playoffs as of now? Sign me up.
Sign me up too.
3, who is the one player on offense and defense that needs to step up? So I want to start with the second question. If I want to alter it just a bit, if you could sign a contract right now that guarantees you the 5th seed in the NFC playoffs.
Where do I sign? I don't need to read any of the fine print.
Okay. But there's still a chance you could win the division.
I'm cool. Sign me up right now. I don't need to play any of those games. I'm watching a team win football games where they completed no passes in a half like twice this year. I'm cool. Give me the 5th seed.
That's even more reason to think that they could crash and burn at some point.
Hey, I'm guaranteed a spot. Jayden is back in the dance, and he's the first wild card seat. Sign me up, Lou.
I'm with you. I told you when I did my prediction, the only thing I wanted to see from this team is to get back to the playoffs for the second year in a row, something they haven't did since 91, 92, right? I just want to see us back in that. And again, Jayden showed last year, he'll disrespect your house. No problems going in and doing that. So, trade. Are we buyers or sellers?
We watching the deadline pass and looking from outside the house while people have fun this year. We've made enough trades already, right. And we need some return on investment. So I don't think
we just don't have the picks. We don't have enough picks to make a move. And then the one guy that Fantasyland fans were in Fantasyland about, let's go get Tyreek Hill, and you see what happened to him last night. Hopefully he recovers sooner than later next year. But we just don't have the picks to give up for anybody.
Yeah, I'm in the blinds like this. Damn, they doing some shit out there, man. You see them trades? That shit crazy, bro. But we got to close our blinds and shut the curtains, bro. We can't do a goddamn thing during this trade deadline. We need to be acquiring picks. If anything, we would be sellers. But I just don't see us being in that mentality. Like, we're trying to win. Clearly, they're not looking. And again, I keep telling people this because there's this group of fans that want us to acquire picks. Who the hell wants anything that we have? Name one tradable asset that we have currently outside of Deron Payne, whose contract next year is not one that anybody is looking to trade for because of what he's owed.
Man, we couldn't even give away Lattimore right now.
We don't have any tradable assets. So, like, you can come off of that. And then what player on offense and defense needs to step up for y'all? Give me one on each side.
On the defensive side, I mean, we all know the answer to that question. I don't even really need to say the name. You know what I'm saying? I need some return on investment. You know what? Mikey Sanderson needs to step up. I know he caught a pick last week, but we're not going to pretend like he's playing good cornerback for us this year. Mikey Sanderson, I saw a lot of demon in him last year, and I have not seen much of that same demon at all this year. Mikey Sanders still on the defensive side of the ball. Who needs to step up on offense? I'm not going to say Ben Sinnott because I no longer have any expectations for him to do anything for this football team other than put his hand in the dirt and block sometimes. Who needs to step up for the offense? Give me Jalen Lane needs to catch the ball and make more of an impact as a wide receiver. I know he got something taken off the board the other day, but so far, the story on Jalen Lane, the receiver and not the returner, is not good things happen when the ball's thrown to him. I need that narrative to change. So Jalen Lane and Mikey Sanders still 2 guys in the slot for me.
Yeah, defensively, like obviously Marshawn Lattimore, but just to Rio's point, to give another, I mean, there's a lot of options out there to choose from, but I want Javon Kinlaw to get back to looking as dominant as he looked like the first week and a half, kind of, because even in the Green Bay game, he showed some potential there. I would love for him to look like that again, because he had some solid plays against the Falcons, but I want him to get back to looking dominant like he did week 1. But yeah, obviously Lattimore is like the biggest one that we really need to step up. And then offensively, I'm going to lead. I feel like Jalen Lane was a great answer because, man, if he steps up, that would be huge for us. I'm going to call out Zach Ertz, though, because I'm tired of the penalties. And, with all of these injuries that we have to the receiving room right now, all of the inexperience that we're having to throw out there, we need you to be that consistent receiving option that's the safety blanket for our quarterback, assuming that it will be Jayden Daniels this week.
Yeah, Zach Ertz, he did have a bad penalty on that one. It was like
False
3rd
start.
and 2, and then it went back to like 3rd and whatever, 3rd and 8, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Defensively, yeah, of course, Marshawn. I'm gonna say Quan Martin. I know he got a lot of hype going into the regular season. Like Joey Jr. raved about him, Dan Quinn, and deservedly so. I mean, he had some really good moments last year, especially in the playoffs. He had the shoulder surgeries and played through that and had a solid season. But so far, he's been up and down. He's been up and down. He struggled against the Falcons last week. I want to see him bounce back, make some plays. And he's one of the few guys that does force turnovers. Him and Mikey are like the only ones that consistently you can be like, okay, they may come up with an interception. So I do want to see him bounce back and make a play against the Chargers. Offensively, you guys made some good points with Jalen Lane and Zach Ertz. I wouldn't say for my pick isn't really step up. I guess just get more opportunities. And I do like the committee. I think it's fine at times, but I do want to see Bill get 15 carries if they can do that this week. So it's not like a step up or just step up in a pass protection game. I mean, he's not terrible in it, but I do want to see him improving that. And I want to see them give him some opportunities as a receiver too. I think he can make something happen, make guys miss as a receiver too. Just throwing the ball to him at the backfield. So I just want him to get as many touches as he can. I do want to see them utilize him as a pass catcher in the offense too. Just any way you can get him the football.
Damn, I should have went before you. Those are the exact same two guys I had. To a T for the exact same two reasons. Like, Bill don't need to necessarily step up. I just need you to force them to just not be able to take you off the field, period. Like, prove to them that I'm indispensable and y'all got to put me out here.
He's so good, man.
Yeah, facts. So I'm with you, Ed. Those are my two. Shout out to our guy, Chris. J-Mart, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. J-Mart writes, sup, gangs? Sup, J-Mart? How bad does our future look with all these expiring contracts? The veteran reliance is out of control. If a rook is better, let him play. I mean, for me, we knew what it was. Like, the future doesn't feel bleak to me. Like, you have to build this. The problem with our fan base is last year's run to the NFC Championship game. It's the same thing. Obviously, I understand they're not the same, but it's the same thing that happened to Ron Rivera in year 1 when we won the division at 7-9. It expedited the process. It made fans feel like and Ron Rivera and company feel like we were supposed to be better than we were in year 2 of a rebuild. The NFC Championship run made this fan base feel like we're supposed to be the Eagles in year 2. And we're not. We're not the Eagles. We're not the Packers. We're not the Ravens. We're not one of these franchises that have had
with a bunch of Georgia Bulldogs.
With what happened on Saturday.
Hey, man, yeah, that's crazy.
Roll Tide.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
But we don't have an organization that's been stable for 20 years. Like, the Ravens went from Ozzie Newsome to Eric DaCosta, and that guy was in the building the whole time, and you just kept the program going. The Packers passed their organization down from the next GM to the assistant GM to the next assistant GM. Same dudes running the show. But Eagles had Howie Roseman for damn near 20 years as their general manager. Our shit ain't going to look like that after 2 years. So the expiring contracts are okay as long as you're finding guys that can be a part of this moving forward as you go. And they've done that. Could they have done that with more? And I think that's where people look at that second round in his first draft and like, you needed to hit on those at a much higher clip. But ultimately, like, if Brandon Coleman doesn't work and then you got one or two of those second rounders that we don't love, we'll look back at that draft and say you didn't maximize those picks. Like Coleman needs to be a starter for us to feel good about him. And if Sennett's going to be what he is, Johnny Newton has to work out. So,
and Mikey got to get back to being Mikey.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Mikey. I think he'll be fine.
Mikey should be good.
I think he'll be fine.
Should.
Are you guys? Yeah. Are you guys worried about all of these expiring contracts? Does that bother you about our future?
Man, we'll get there we'll cross that bridge when we get there, man. We got football to play and we got aspirations, man. We have the ultimate force multiplier at quarterback. That's why our trajectory is different than a lot of these other teams that we would like to be at this point. We have the quarterback and we have some things around him, not everything, but we have a guy that could work with with what we have here. So. Yes.
With the minimum requirements is what you were basically saying.
There we go.
Yeah. We have a lot of 1-year deals. We have a lot of vets, and that's of course because of the previous regime and their drafting. When you had to cut a first round pick, you had to cut another first round pick, you had to cut a second round pick. I mean, there's just a lot of guys that they offloaded that just didn't work out. And those guys were supposed to be when you have 2 first round picks back to back cut and a second round pick. Those are guys that are supposed to be the youth that are improving and developing. So those are huge draft picks that didn't work out. So you're supplementing those moves with 32, 33, 34, 35-year-old guys that are on 1-year deals.
That's right. Ron left us in this rut. And so, like, it is what it is, right? We know what it is.
I hate to even hear Ron's calling our game on the radio or whatever he's doing this weekend. Like, I stay away from my football team.
You got to let it go, Rio.
You've done enough, bro. You've done enough. We don't.
If he didn't do what he did, we wouldn't have our GOAT, man. You have to make sure you acknowledge it was his futility that got us where we are today.
His jersey in the rafters already, Lou. We don't need anything more with him connecting to our franchise, man. He can be man.
But even I'm confident that every time we get to the offseason, when we negotiate with people, it didn't work out extremely well with Terry, but I still feel like we got a fairly decent deal on our end. I trust them to be able to negotiate with guys and get them for prices that may be slightly less than other teams could get them for, because they've already been doing it, and we haven't necessarily even won anything seriously. And I feel like that once we can, especially if we put together a great season this year, even if you don't win the Super Bowl, but if we end on a good note, people will want to come play for us for cheaper than they would another franchise. Because remember, back in when, the Dan Snyder days, people were taxing us. They were like, yeah, I'll come to your team and I'll lose and all, but you're going to have to pay me a lot of money for that. And, it's not the same way here. So I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, I need that autographed Sean Taylor jersey. I need that. And I need you to contemplate letting me rock that 21 too. Like, we was on some real desperate shit.
Crazy.
We was nasty. We was nasty times, man.
Big Money Sonny, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you.
Money.
Dime, who writes, what's cracking, fellas? What's good with you, man? Says, everyone needs to relax. We gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. Hey. 5 coming back. He says, Rico, how's that belt feeling, bro? Uh-oh. I see you making moves during the live salutes to the rest of y'all. All love.
Man, I'm trying, bro. I always forget Sleeper. You can do it like as of Monday night. I'm used to ESPN. My whole life I've done fantasy at ESPN. So you got like Tuesday night to get your stuff done, and then stuff goes through Wednesday. I happen to look and I see notifications of people making roster moves as of last night. So I'm behind. It's ugly. It's ugly.
Yeah, I've thrown away fantasy football this year, man. I'm 0-4 in my league, man. I don't even want to talk about it, bro. Tariq Hill dead now too. Like, it's
I got Malik Neighbors, bro. Yeah, I'm with you, bro.
Oh man, sucks to be you guys.
Yeah. I'm the commission looking crazy in my league. 0-4 right now, bro.
Hey, you should just run the league. That's it.
Yeah, I am. That's what I'm doing. I'm Roger Goodell at this point.
Yeah.
I'm throwing up one Hail Mary of desperation and shaking shit up this week. If I fall to 0-5, like,
just pack it up.
Yep.
Just pack it up. Hey, Scotty, thank you,
my boy.
Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for the dime. Who writes, we need 5 on it, bro.
We do badly.
Look, man.
Like we need Lou to walk out with the fireworks and put his hand in the air that almost looked like something else again, man. We need that.
Hey, they said I was aura farming, is what they
Yes.
said I was doing. So
yeah, we need that. We need that back.
Yeah. Look, man. 5 is gonna bring us back. I don't know where they at, but I just want the good times back. 5 is gonna bring them back. Don't you worry.
We need that, bro.
GT7, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up. Who writes, remember that nasty empty set formation during the preseason with C-Rob, Luke, Debo, and Lane? Gentlemen, now it's our reality.
Was that the corner route? Was that the corner route? Was that it?
Yes, it was.
That's literally us. Wow.
J-Mac running Wildcat.
Bro, we saw some nasty shit this preseason.
Chris Moore.
And the shit came to fruition. Like, seriously, that was on the field probably at some point on Sunday's game.
What made you go with that verse, Clifford?
He knew. He said, "Yo, you gonna remember when y'all run this shit back? You gonna remember why I did it." Golly.
I think this is the week we pull out a trick play versus the Chargers. By the way, I think this is when we really pull some trick. Like Luke is about to throw a bomb or some shit.
Luke's scared to throw the ball. We done tried to get him to throw that bitch twice.
Luke. I mean, Cliff pulls that shit out a couple times a year. It's coming out Sunday. What we're throwing in the dome. They finna have Luke throw Jayden that screen that we tried week 1 last year, and Tunzel gonna lead his ass like 40 yards up the sideline.
Hell no, we ain't. Jayden just got back. We ain't throwing him no goddamn screen.
And they kept him out them 2 weeks because they said when he ready. That boy ready. They throwing him a screen with Tunzel and Chris Paul, big happy ass, to lead them down the sideline.
I think the Lattimore pick 6 has more of a chance.
Exactly. Hell yeah. I think about Robert Griffin III against the damn Steelers.
Stop going back to Robert Griffin III when we talk about Jada. We gotta stop that shit.
I'm talking about that hit
the Steelers. I know
on the sideline.
I didn't say we put them on a damn post pattern, Luke. We throwing back the screen. Remember last year, week 1 versus the Buccaneers. It would have been Jayden by himself if the play got.
Marshawn Lattimore pick 6.
That shit ain't. That shit ain't.
You
may not catch a pick as a commander,
right?
Like in his career, he may not catch a pick like ever with us.
Ed said it's been since 2023.
There have been many games missed. I'll give him that, but that is a long job.
Yeah, he's due for one. Metaphor. Hey, Cliff, don't do that shit, Cliff. You hear me?
Nah, he dialing that shit up, bro. Luke about to bomb the screen across the field. And Tunzel and Chris Paul, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be throwing Bamas out the club on the way to the end zone. Them and like Luke. I mean, not Luke. Them and somebody else out there blocking. I mean, Debo or somebody. Yeah.
Metaphor.
I like
Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Right. Noah Brown's in his arc the next 40 days, 40 nights.
Never heard of him.
Who's that guy?
Big who.
I never heard of him, man.
Forever going down for the Hail Mary catch.
He caught that? Oh, damn. True.
Thank you for your service, Noah.
I just found that out right now.
Who he play for?
Right.
David Brown, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Hey, thank you for the hundo.
Hey, DB, you can't go nowhere, DB. You right here with us, big dog. You ain't going nowhere.
He says, I'm going into hibernation the rest of the season. DM for the giveaway, Canes. Hashtag raise hell, though. You ain't going nowhere. Just like Rio said, you ain't going nowhere, man. It's been depressing these first couple of weeks because of the losses and how they've looked and who they've come against, in particular this last one. But ultimately, this is the roller coaster ride that a season brings, and y'all got to be ready to ride the roller coaster, man. Like DQ said last year, don't ride the roller coaster. It's hard not to as a fan. especially when you have real expectations going into the season.
We talked a lot of shit this offseason.
And I'm still talking my shit until I can no longer talk my shit, and it doesn't make sense. I'm gonna continue to talk shit. As long as we got 5, I need 5 to come back on demon time, bro. I need him on demon time when he comes back on Sunday. If he comes back and he looks the part, everybody's gonna be talking totally different, bro. He go in there, he blazed them boys, and we win. Everybody gonna be right back on that shit again.
The vibes are back. The boys are back in town. Let's go, man. We coming in the Chicago week. God, we need it, man. Oh, we need it so badly, man.
Door Gunner, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Door Gunner writes, how is it possible that our defense last week looked worse than Rio and Lil Rio's passing ability?
Hey,
I don't know.
Hey, chill on us, bro. Chill on us.
Didn't think that was possible. LOL.
It was the angle, man. It was the angle. It was the camera work for real.
And
man.
Ed was inspired. Did you start up that passing camp yet, Ed?
So I there's a good chance I will be at the Bears game. So Rio, I don't know if you're going, but the game starts at 8:20. So I'm gonna try to get out there around 5:20 or 6 if they have that Pepsi thing out there.
Invitation.
Yeah.
You and Lil Rio, man. Y'all pull up.
Yeah.
Ed will show y'all how to do it.
Here we go. It'll be a clinic. $10 an hour. I'll give you a nice discount. $10 an hour.
JD5 versus the Packers, man. Even the GOATs have off days.
Yeah.
Damn,
We'll start with the throwing motion first.
I can't let that one slide, bro. We don't believe you. You need more people. Hey, that wind up tells me, not having it, bro.
It was the angle of trying to fit it in that little ass net, man. You know, hey, put receivers out there and watch.
Byron left with
that was some Byron Leftwich shit right there.
And Byron Leftwich played in the league. I'm just saying.
Hey, that was some nasty work, bro. Optimal focus. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, what's good, Kings? What's good? Is it just me, or when teams need a first down or a big play, they go to Marshawn's way?
Sure do.
It's like they know when in doubt, lat it out.
Catch or penalty. Lat it out is great. I saw somebody's name was Marshawn Let 'em score on Twitter.
Yeah, nah. I've seen that one rolling around, man. It's not only do they go Marshawn's way, they got a way of doing it. They run bunch motion. The game was on the line. It was 3rd and 6. They went bunch motion and ran it out. Green Bay gave everybody the damn formula. So now they got to show that recipe don't work. Until they do, that's the way teams are going to attack us. And Marshawn, it sucks because he's given up some big plays this season. Green Bay game, this past week's game, and so I continue to cape for him because I don't think he's being put in a position to succeed. He's best when he puts his hands on guys at the line of scrimmage, and he's not being. I don't know if he's not being allowed to do that, if he doesn't trust himself to do that, but he's not playing aggressive at the line of scrimmage. And that's when he's at his best. So
he got to win me back, man.
Oh yeah, you out. You already out, bro.
I'm out.
You out.
Yeah.
You out. Yeah, you out.
So out.
And I get it.
I'm wishing for the best though. I don't want to wish bad on any of our players. Obviously, we gave up a pretty little penny for this player. You know.
Big Money Sonny, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Our guy, Big Money Sonny, writes.
Hey.
Respectfully, this is whack. Y'all talking mad reckless, and the fan base is even worse. We 2-2 with 4 coming back. Relax and calm the F down. I'm assuming he meant 5.
Yeah, I'm assuming he meant 5 too, because Luvu's been out there.
Yeah, I thought that was Taylor Heineke, but
yeah, keep that shit.
He's not with the Chargers anymore, right?
I know he was released.
I think he's on the streets right now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no. We good, bro. We good. Fuento, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Fuento writes, can we just get Crowder back? We don't need more. I mean, JC Ice, I think most of us trust him more than we trust Chris Moore at this point. Like, they literally looked at last year's group of receivers and said, "Nah." Basically, is what they did. Did you see what Olamide Zaccheaus signed for with the Bears?
Some baby shit, right?
It was like 1 year, $1.5 million.
Like league minimum type
man.
deal.
Yeah.
Like, come on, y'all ain't want Olamide back at $2 million. Like, again, they looked at that group last year, Diami, Olamide, JC, and was like, nah, we good. We can do better than that. And so far, I ain't trying to shit on the dudes that's here. Because again, it's not fair to them that they've been put in a position that nobody expected them to be in. They were supposed to be 4th, 5th, and 6th options, and now they, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th options. Like, the shit just is insane, right? Like, that's not fair to them. But I think we would all take Crowder over Moore. But this is the thing. Chris Moore plays special teams. Jamison Crowder does not. And that shit matters.
Boo! It does matter, but that
shit matters to them. So I get it, but I don't have to like it. Big Money Sonny, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, and if y'all pick up the Bill hat, you might as well cop last year's JD5 caps. Big salutes to Metaphor. All 3 colorways.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yes, sir. Shout out to Meta, man. Meta be doing it, man. He be killing it with the hat game. So shout out to Meta for all of the hats. Alexander Spivey, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Alexander writes, Lattimore has to be in the area of the 4, wide receiver 4 a pick. You're not wrong. A lot of times with these completions, bro, ain't even close. I'm looking for a slip or I'm looking for a miscommunication. That's what it's going to take. I don't give a shit what it looked like. I just need it. So, lat for 6 this week. Mark that. Write that down. Metaphor, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Metaphor writes, a cool man once told me, come along on a ride on a fantastic voyage.
On a fantastic voyage.
JD5 got some pent-up ish to deal with this week.
Mm-hmm. And he back at the crib.
Pent-up ish to deal this week, excuse me.
Mm-hmm. He's going to be back at the crib this week. And he probably about to have something nice out there waiting for him in California, man. Hey, it's time to get to it, man.
So that was the last super chat. So with that said, any last words, man, this week heading into this game?
This is going to be interesting, getting that angry, embarrassed Chargers. Like, we're not catching them, lacking or anything. We're not going to catch them maybe overlooking us or anything like that. After losing to the Giants, they're coming in 100% ready, 100% fuel to go get a win. So we win this, we earned it for real. So I'm excited because, like I said, I think we can. Football is drunk right now. Anybody can win any game. And again, this is not a Chargers team that's coming in potentially sleeping on us. So if they're going to be on their A game, we got to be on our A+ game.
Yeah, man. You can't lose this game. You can't fall to 2-3, and you can't fail. Like, we have allegations that we need to stand in front of, and they're calling us fake demon, a 1-year wonder, 1-hit wonder. They're preying on the sophomore slump. They don't beat good teams. They don't beat playoff teams. They don't beat teams with a winning record. This is our second test of the season. We can't start the season 0-2 with a hungry Bears team who won their last 2 on a bye week in week 6. Like, nah, we can't do that. We got to win this week, period. Can't even fathom a loss.
Yeah, I do think this is a bounce back game for the D-line. Like I said earlier, I can't wait to see how Marshawn does. Is he going to get an interception? It's funny. But yeah, just JD5 coming back. I know he doesn't have his full arsenal of receivers. Noah, Terry may not play. But I think he's definitely going to be a lot better on third downs, which is going to be huge. And just the coaching staff, man, they just got to get back to their identity. Wake up, be aggressive, man. Be aggressive like we were last year, man. That is our real identity. And then running the football, continue to run the football. Does Bill get more carries? And then just drawing Payne on. They got to eat, man. They got to eat. This is a big week for them, man. I see a lot of opportunities for those guys. Dorrance too, and Bobby Wagner bounce back. And Joe Witt Jr., man, there's not a lot of pressure, I would say, just yet. But can he respond and answer the noise?
Like Rio said, this feels like a gotta have it type of game. I said that this is a fork in the road in the season. This season could go one or two ways, and a loss here doesn't doom you. It doesn't mean that the season's going to crumble in front of you. But this is a big game. At 2-2, you're sort of at a crossroads. A lot of questions, not a ton of answers right now. You get Jayden back. Can he elevate this team? We call him one of them ones for a reason. Sure. If you are what you say you are, then this is the spot where we need you to come in and elevate this team and take us to where we need to go. The team needs you. The fan base, the city needs you. Like, this shit was on fire last year, and we need to get that feeling back. And only one person can deliver that for us. And so this is a game that I like our chances in a lot, but we got to play clean football, like meaning we can't turn it over, and we probably got to get one, or we got to have some kind of big play on special teams. Like, we're probably going to need something else outside of the norm to get this one done. Unless 5 just comes back completely on blackout demon time. In that case, then he's good enough to carry us. But I don't know if that's something we should be asking him to do in his first game back. But again, too much is given, much is expected. And we put a lot on his shoulders, man. And let's see if he can deliver. But one more time before we get out of here, shout out to Sleeper.
Big Sleeper.
Sponsoring this stream. Y'all, let me ask y'all this. Are there any things that you're leaning towards in this particular game that you're going to take the over, the more, or the less with on the Sleeper app for this game in particular? Are there a couple?
Lad McConkey, easy. It might take QJ too.
Yeah.
And honestly, I may go over on Bill, maybe carries the yards, because I feel like they have to recognize, hey, this is the game you can't play around. Like, if there's any game that you need to play Bill and play him a lot and he has to have a huge reason in whether you win or lose the game, I think it's this one, bro. You have to recognize that. I just refuse to believe Cliff Kingsbury is going to go 5 straight weeks into the season without allowing that guy to do what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, that definitely Lad feels like a gimme. Like, we can't cover anybody in the slot right now. Like, our the slot receivers against us usually eat, which is why I thought Darnell Mooney was going to have a field day and a feast against us. Then he got hurt. But ultimately, I'm with you, Rico. I think this has to be a big Bill game. Hopefully, he is better on the injury report. Tomorrow's a big day, right? Wednesday, first day of the week. We get to see what everybody's up to. Does Jayden practice in full? Do we get some of these guys like John Bates and Terry and guys like that back on the field in any capacity? Percy Butler, even though he's not a guy you want out on the field defensively, he's a hell of a special teams player. Like, we just need to get some bodies back on the field. I think next week is when I'm expecting a full cavalry to arrive, right? John Bates might be back this week. If you listen to him on his radio spot, sounds like he'll be back this week. He's angling to try to get back this week, but Noah and Terry still feel like at least a week away. But we'll see. Who knows? We can get a pleasant surprise, because DQ did say on Monday that the arrow was pointing upwards for those guys. So we'll see if that actually manifests itself to those guys practicing or not. And then also, will they open the window for Sam Cosmi? We'll see. But y'all go ahead, use the promo code KINGS25 to get you 100% deposit match on a deposit up to $100, dollar for dollar match. Use the promo code KINGS25 and win you some money and turn every day potentially in to payday. Shout out.
My pick is Justin Herbert more than 1.5 passing touchdowns. Jordan Love threw 2, Geno threw 3. So I got Justin Herbert getting 1.5. That's my pick. I mean, getting 2 passing.
The line is only at 1.5 right now.
It keeps going down. It keeps going down.
Yeah, 1.5 passing touchdowns against.
Now, when things like that keep going down, it's like, do they know something that we don't? Because every time you'll see, like, for example, I forgot, like, some WNBA player, remember looking, she's averaged like 8, 9, 10 rebounds. They randomly had her line at like 5. She hit like 4. It's like, do they know something, man?
They be doing something, man.
Yeah.
But 1.5 touchdowns against this secondary. Hey, they can know all they want. I think he's gonna hit that.
Yeah. No, like last week they had Debo at 7 yards, 7.5 yards, right? Rushing. And somebody was like, yo, that's a setup. It's a trap, bro. Louie Tee, don't step in the trap, bro.
He got it, though.
He got that shit. Like, I was like, bro, I know it feels like a trap. And it did feel like a trap. Like Debo not getting 8 yards.
The first play of the game, he got -3.
Right, exactly. I'm like, they coming back to him though. And they came back to him twice. And he got it. And he barely got it too. He got like 11 yards rushing. Like it wasn't by much, but he got it. And so sometimes it seemed too good to be true. But if you know the squad, if you know the player, you know how they get down, you're like, nah, ain't no way. And with the way we playing defense right now, it's hard to see them, Justin Herbert, not tossing 2 touchdown passes. So I totally get where you're coming from on that. It's rare, if you've used the Sleeper app, it's rare to see a quarterback be set up for more than 1.5 touchdown passes. So usually it's 1.5. So if you feel confident in Justin Herbert throwing 2 touchdown passes, take the more in that.
I'm confident in that. Lou dared this man to beat us, so you know he gotta put his best foot forward, man.
Hey, go ahead and take the more on the Marshawn Lattimore 0.5 interceptions.
That should have probably win you a house. No, we said Sleeper gives you one. Yeah, well, Sleeper gives you 1,000 times. You can win 1,000 times your cat. That's it right there.
Hey, that multiplier got to be crazy, bro. That shit got to be like 5.89.
It probably ain't an option.
That's wild, bro. Anyway, any last words before we get out of here, y'all? Everybody good?
Just win, baby. 5. Bring the vibes back, man.
We need it, bro. We need it. In that case, y'all know what it is, man. We appreciate everybody for holding us down for almost 3 hours. Shout out to the Legion. Shout out to everybody.
Big Legion.
In the Ed with the
Ed
y'all know what time it is.
Airport Ed has entered. Airport Ed. That is our equivalent of the wrap it up music. That is the violins coming on when the award speech comes on.
Hey. Come on. Hey, y'all know what time it is. When you see the neck pillow, Airport Ed is in the building. I love that one. I love that one. Airport Ed. I love it. Hey, y'all know what time it is. That means if you're coming at these Canes, you best not miss. Until next time, y'all know what it is. Shout out to Gabe. We out.
Yeah, man.
Peace.
I need Juju front and center watching our boy on Sunday.